Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
Because he always is that active and that defending. I think it's like. Because he always is that active and that defending. I think it's like. Because he always is that active and that defending. I think it's like.
Am I live? Of course I'm live. People, deluded, I'm back again. First things first, appreciative of all of you lot tuned in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. It's London derby settings. It's Tottenham Hotspur unbeaten. Tottenham Hotspur up against Chelsea. As a neutral, as an Arsenal fan, I'm winning today. My group chat is going to be lively because I'm either getting on to Spurs fans or I'm getting on to Chelsea. It's got all the makings to be a decent game. Now, on paper, you'd expect Spurs to wipe the floor with Chelsea, if you're completely honest with you. With yourselves, better yet, you know, Spurs have been in great form. Pochettino is doing great things. Chelsea are in a transitional period with Pochettino, who is an ex-Spurs man, as their manager. So it should be an interesting watch, people. Any talking points, etc. Feel no sort of way about getting them in. Again, what's going on here? What is going on here? Sorry, folks, I'm still here. Let me just pan this up a tiny bit. Oh. Yeah, that looks a bit smoother. I was thinking, what's going on there with my head? But yeah, we're back again, man. Chelsea going to do what Arsenal couldn't beat Spurs. You want brownie points for beating Spurs? You couldn't beat us either. So you could argue both of you. We live to fight another day. And Atem Malik, you're appreciative. It's appreciative that you're always here, but allow it, man. Just give it a rest, man. Give it a rest. Enjoy where you are. Big up the Australians and Oliver, you're always here. Again, talking points, predictions. Let me know, people. Again, on paper, I don't want to say it, but you'd imagine that our fellow North London neighbours win today. I'm going to go for 2-2. I think there's goals. I think there's controversy. I think there's drama. When you look at it, Tottenham beat Chelsea 2-0 in February in their most recent Premier League meeting, ending an 8-game winless run against the Blues, losing 6 and drawing 2. They last won back-to-back league games against Chelsea in November of 2018. Only Manchester United with 15 have won more Premier League away games against Tottenham than Chelsea with 14, so they could, in theory, level that today if they do win, while the Blues have scored more away goals against Spurs in the competition than any other side with 51. Spurs have picked up 26 points in their opening 10 Premier League games this season, drawing 2 and winning 8. Their best start to a top-flight season since 1960-61, so best start in my league, in my lifetime. When they won their first 10 games and went on to win the title. We won't say that again. Chelsea have lost 15 Premier League games in 2023, only one fewer than they lost in 2021 and 2022 combined of 16. It's their most league defeats in a year since losing 15 in 1994, last losing more in 1993, which was 20. Spurs have won their last 4 Premier League meetings, last winning 5 in a row in 2018, ironically under Pochettino, who's now in the opposite dugout on home soil. They've won all 4 games so far this season, with manager Pochettino looking to become the first Premier League manager to win his first 5 games in the competition since Craig Shakespeare in May 2017 for Leicester City. So again, when I look at both teams, you can see the lineups to the left and right of me. In fact, we might as well read them out. Vicario, Puro, Romero, Van der Veen and Doggy, Basuma, Sarr, Maddison, Kulusevski, Son, and Johnson for the home side. Tottenham. For Chelsea, you've got Sanchez, James, Silva, Disasti, Colwill, Fernandez, Caicedo, Gallagher, Palmer, Jackson, and Sterling. Again, I think Chelsea have more than enough to trouble Spurs, but I think one thing that separates the two is Spurs are scoring goals, really. Maddison and Son, you mess about, they'll take advantage. If there is one major criticism of Chelsea, similar to what my team, Arsenal Football Club, to a different degree as them lot, putting the ball in the back of the net, like just being clinical. And that's the one thing that I would say, Spurs have in their favour. Chelsea, again, I look at the Arsenal game. We were terrible, but they did quite well against us. But they gave us an opening back into the game and they switched off defensively. So Spurs should be relishing it. They're in form. They're playing in front of their home fans. Postecoglou is getting so many awards. Again, the same rhetoric that was said about Arsenal, it needs to be said about Spurs this season. Everyone else is struggling. They must win the title. They're leading it. They're invincible, etc. So I'm going to enjoy this. I swear I want Spurs in the chokehold. Draw would be perfect, really. Chelsea surprise us. They could do, but to be honest, is it surprising if Chelsea beat Spurs? These are games that Chelsea should be competitive in, if I'm completely honest with you. And they need to, in short, get back to basics. If you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you've done such. We've got 9 minutes until kickoff, folks. So I think it's a draw, if I'm completely honest. DG have been going back and forth on Instagram defending the club and manager. All these pundits and ex-footballers waffling about Arteta is very annoying. I didn't have time to complete it, but I'm actually doing a video on that, really. I don't, again, whether Mikel Arteta is right or wrong, I do think the media and, the Jamie Carragher's and, Gary Neville's of this world, they've done a great thing in helping their friends out in PGMOL and the refs in that. The biggest talking point has not been inconsistent refereeing and the implementation of VAR. It's actually been, Mikel Arteta's rants and things. And I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying, concentrate on the right things. As we know, like in life, in football, if you control the media, you control the narratives. And if you say enough things enough times, it becomes facts, people. So it'll be very interesting, really and truly. I do like the fact that Mikel Arteta is taking he's kind of deflected it to the point where you're not criticizing why Arsenal didn't create chances, and we're not asking any questions about, his tactics or our chance creation. It's become about that. But yeah, man, big up yourself, 2-3. I hope the people that wanted Partey to stay this season are happy. I really do. I mean, I don't know what Partey's got to do with today, but big up yourself, or actually what to do with Newcastle. We know Thomas Partey can't really stay fit historically at Arsenal Football Club, but yeah, man, I'm not sure how that's relevant today, but big up yourself. Again, you can see the lineups to the left and right of me. I hope this game matches up with expectations. Currently, Spurs in their stadium, which is down the road from me. They've got the fancy light show going. So let's see what's to be said, really. As I said, it's a gender FC. Either, Spurs lose and they're not invincible anymore because a lot of them been on to me. And I'll even terrorize my niece who's a Spurs fan. There's no rules in this. Chelsea, boy, some of you would have seen when we lost to Newcastle, one of my close friends called my phone. He's a Chelsea fan. But I know it means, am I happy if either team win? I want to draw personally. If I had to bet money, I'd say 2-1 Spurs. If I had to kind of go with what I feel, I think Chelsea might surprise us today. I think Chelsea might nick it today. Again, I hope for a draw. That's the best result that probably could happen for both sides, as an Arsenal fan, if I'm completely honest with you. And to be fair, Chelsea, where it comes to top 6 games, are they unbeaten against the top 6? I might be wrong, but they drew against us. They drew against Liverpool. Obviously, we're going to see what this game specifically is saying. Maybe they've played someone else that I'm not wary of. 1-1. Fair enough. You know what? I think Chelsea have quality, man. Obviously, it sounds cliche, but the midfield battle, Spurs have found a functioning unit under Postecoglou in that regards. Spurs, I believe, sit second or third, actually. You're up against Chelsea, who are way down the table. In fact, let's look at that. Chelsea are actually 13th. Pardon me, damn, you got to accept cookies on Google and that to see where they are. Spurs are second on 26 points. So, this is, and they've got a game in hand which they're playing right now. So they can move to the top of the table, which is obviously a good look at any stage. So it'd be interesting to see exactly what happens today. As I was saying, it sounds cliche, but the midfield battle is crucial. I look at Spurs, obviously their midfield doesn't look the most glamorous on paper. Take nothing away from Basuma, finally looking like the Brighton Basuma, really, why they bought him. Maddison is the signing of the season so far, or one of the contenders. Obviously, I'm going to throw Declan Rice in there as well, but there's that. Obviously, they play with inverted fullbacks. And for Chelsea, I don't think this will be their new look midfield going forward. But Conor Gallagher's forced his way into the setup. Caicedo's obviously been bought for big money, as has Enzo Fernandez. And that partnership needs to flourish. So the midfield battle is looking crucial. Obviously, Cole Palmer, good player. He's not really a true winger. He's more like a 10. He's going to be inverted. So I think there will be a lot, it'll be interesting to see how both teams play, man. I think there won't be much, again, I might be a hypocrite and the game could explode into life, but I'd imagine a cagey start, a congested start, one where, you've got to be good in tight spaces and stuff like that. I do think it'll be a scrappy beginning to the game. It's one of them games there that are emotional. Neither team likes each other and all of that. Big up DG, tough FM day. Don't remind me. I can't lie. I loaded up the game again, dealt with Plymouth, dealt with Fulham. I might have to stop playing Football Manager, man. Proper head loss. Proper head loss today. Shout out to you lot supporting the content, man. But this is why I have sympathies for managers, if I'm completely honest with you, just by playing a little video game. So yeah, people, if you haven't already, subscribe, smash the like button, do all of that good stuff. Kickoff is 4 minutes away, people. So it should be an interesting one, if I'm completely honest. Jackson is Darwin Núñez 2.0. Jackson even scored in the Prem. Bit harsh. I like Jackson, but at the same time, he's very raw. Strikers do take a while to flourish. And again, I think Chelsea should keep him in the squad and stuff, but they probably need a striker a bit like us and maybe like Spurs, even though Son is doing his thing, a striker that just ready and with it. As much as I don't praise Chelsea or Spurs, I can't lie. The jackets that both teams are wearing, if I was a Chelsea or a Spurs fan, which thank God I'm not, I'd be looking to get that really and truly. I'll be putting it on my Christmas list if I'm completely honest with you. So I have to see. Any news on Jesus' return date? It doesn't appear that there is any, but at the same time, obviously people can be withdrawn, but he's been him, Martinelli and Gabriel, along with the young Endrick as well. But I'm going off topic. And Andre has been linked with Liverpool and Arsenal. They've been named in the Brazil squad. So do the Brazil squad know something we don't? Is Jesus going to be back sooner rather than later? Of course, he could, in theory, withdraw from that. But you'd imagine the Brazilian FA or the appropriate parties in Brazil are liaising with Arsenal. Obviously, Edu is in the unique position of working for Arsenal, being Brazilian, and previously working within that realm. So there must be something. Big up yourself, Paul. You've gone 3-1 Spurs. I went 2-2, but now that I think about it, is there really there is the scope for 4 goals in this game? But I might go for 1-1, you know. I might go for 1-1. I went for 2-2. I might go for 1-1. It feels like a draw. I think, obviously, as I said, if I had to bet money, Chelsea are going to be done at half time. But I do think Chelsea might surprise us. Big up American Gunner. How many games to the international break? 2, I believe. Well, for Arsenal, we've got Sevilla on Wednesday. Make sure you join me for a watch along for that. And then obviously we've got Burnley on Saturday. Darwin Núñez needs to start showing he's got it in him. He's 24, and the amount of chances that man missed is appalling. I don't think he'll ever be the most eye-catching of player. In a good way, he's quite chaotic, but I think there's a role for him, if I'm completely honest with you, in that Liverpool squad. I like him, but he is quite real, and it shows the striker market, really, in that he had a good 12, 18 months, and Liverpool spent the money they did. I'm not too sure if he will ever become clinical, but I think he's all right, man. I don't think he's a bad player. We've got 2 minutes until kickoff. So we'll have to see exactly what's going on in that regard. And I think we're all just waiting for the game to kick off again. Post-match duties and things like that. DG, your score prediction, mine's 3-2 Chelsea. I don't know if you just caught it, but I'm going to go with 1-1, man. I went with 2-2 initially. I'm going to go with 1-1. But if I had to bet money, 2-1 Spurs. You can't, again, football's not one on paper, but realistically, you can't look beyond Spurs really and truly. You know, their form goes out the window, and football's a funny old game. And, you know, people expected Liverpool and Arsenal to batter Chelsea. That didn't happen. So anything can happen. But, yeah, it's all about on paper in that regard, isn't it? Yeah, man, hopefully it's a decent game of football. I can't lie, I want to hurry up. You'd imagine Son or Maddison, they've been the source of Spurs' goals. You know, you'd imagine that they're going to have to make the difference if that was to happen. Who would be your ideal target for Arsenal? I love that Sesko, brother, to be honest. Sesko, Vlahovic, because Arteta scouted him religiously. Would not mind Ivan Toney. That's off the top of my head. That answers. Chelsea need to win, brother. They need to lose. Spurs need to lose. I can't say that word. Just imagine if we had brought in Maddison. Bro, we're laughing. I don't know if Maddison would have been doing what he's doing in a Spurs shirt, in an Arsenal shirt. Obviously, quality-wise, he would have made an impact and been great. And definitely where I look at where 65 million was spent, we could have got Maddison and had some leftover change. But whether he's going to play as a 10 or an 8, boy, him, Szoboszlai might be forcing it and being a bit harsh. But Tonali hasn't kicked a ball for Chelsea, to my knowledge, or a significant ball. But Lavia, you know, there was money that could Matheus Nunes over them sides. Arguably, when it came to Chelsea, you know, we saw the Mason Mount links to Arsenal first. So was Kai Havertz even Arteta's first choice? Now, what is being reported and what's actually said are 2 very different things. So nobody knows. Or even you could argue out of all 3 clubs, you know, Maddison don't look that good in a United shirt. Clearly, Havertz don't look that good in an Arsenal shirt. Kovacic is easy to kind of coast at City, but he's probably the best of the 3. And I would have preferred to. I've already said I would have preferred Kovacic. Completely different role, of course, but you know, would we look a lot more comfortable with Kovacic and Rice and maybe Odegaard in front, especially with Partey's injury? I don't know, man. Who looks like more of a? I'm sure Arteta disagrees, but to me, as an ignorant fan, who looks more like a a fit Kovacic in an Arsenal system with what we're doing, and definitely in terms of progressing the ball, or Kai Havertz, whose biggest highlight, you know, is starting a little melee between the two sets of clubs on Saturday, really. And to be fair with you, Kai Havertz, obviously he's probably watching this and cheering Chelsea on even more. That's probably his best week in an Arsenal shirt, if I'm honest, in terms of starting games. But yes, the bar's on the floor. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know I keep saying it, but kickoff really is imminent. Postecoglou against Pochettino. Pochettino derby settings, people. Hopefully it's a decent game of football. Chelsea will kick off. See what's going on, man. I want drama. I want controversy. I want dodgy VAR talking points. I want everything, man. Come on, ref. Come on. It's 1 minute past 8. Big up Peter Jury, but I feel sorry for you lot that have to listen to Gary Neville. Peak. Mute that. Taking the guy. Come on, ref. Jackson in the centre circle, waiting when the ref is ready to get things kicked off. And we've done exactly that, people. It's Chelsea against Spurs. Spurs against Chelsea. Let's see what's going on. A long searching ball forward from Chelsea. Hasn't got to anything early doors, people. Pedro Porro. Big up the Jamaican flag in the stadium. I can't lie, Spurs have played their way into problems early doors. Romero was mopped up for a teammate. Porro can't do too many of those. Kulusevski. Spurs throwing. Big Ange was supposed to be a joke thing this season, but he's doing his thing. He's not the first, nor will he be the last manager that people don't really know when they make an opinion of him. Obviously, they said Celtic and he's Australian and he's done nothing of significance. And I ain't going to sit here and say I wasn't mocking it in the group chat. But when you start doing your research on my man, it's actually an interesting career. Not in terms of the countries he's been in, the clubs he's been in, where he's actually gone to learn about football as well. I'm surprised Spurs didn't get a free kick. I stand corrected. They eventually did. Cole doesn't agree. Spurs are looking to catch Chelsea napping. Ref is having none of it. Shout out to Big Six, but I don't know what that has to do with me, Clement. But big up yourself and them. 1 minute and 9 seconds into the game, people. Romero. I don't think there'll be too much quality on display early doors. As you can see, there isn't too much space. Conor Gallagher's joining the press with Jackson. Cole Palmer is tucking in, not really playing like a true winger, as is Raheem Sterling. I don't think either manager will try and let their opponent have much space to really do things. Here's Brennan Johnson, who swapped Nottingham Forest for Spurs. And Doggy. Been one of the best fullbacks in the league so far, really. Basuma almost killed Doggy there. Snapping tackle by Gallagher. Bit overzealous there from Gallagher, and he's kicked the ball away. But, you know, that's why that's called a hospital pass, because it gets your teammates in hospital. Big up L's in the cut. Son and Maddison to score for Spurs. Raheem Sterling and Cole Palmer to score for Chelsea. I mean, could have looked beyond that. They seemed, well, Cole Palmer looks like to be the only one half aware of what he needs to do in a Chelsea shirt. It's here with Vicario, who, again, been a good signing. Out of interest, do you think Gabriel was fouled for the goal against Newcastle? I'm seeing guys saying it's not a foul. I don't understand how they think that, or am I moving mad? I do think it's a foul, and I do think any other time it is given, but you're playing a dangerous game there, really. I think that's the strongest case Arsenal had. I thought the ball went out, but cool. If they're saying the graphics weren't there, fair enough. I don't think the offside shout for Gordon makes any sense, but yeah. Chelsea have attempted to get forward here. Van der Veen. It annoys me, but half of these Spurs players they've signed have been lit. Vicario gives it back to the new recruit at centre-half. Very calm on the ball. Anyone that was watching Bundesliga, you can check my receipts. I've spoken about him. I said, I hope he doesn't bang for Spurs, but he's doing everything. Ooh, I thought Maddison was clamped there. Ref having none of it. He's given a throw-in, though, to be fair. That was a serious tackle by Caicedo on Maddison. Hopefully, Maddison gets back up to his feet, but that won't be the first or last time Maddison will get one of those in his career, nor will it probably be today. And that's why Caicedo was kind of bought for Chelsea, because he makes them snapping tackles. No clue what's wrong with Caicedo's arm, but he's kind of got it bandaged up and all of that, people. So, yeah, big up you lot. Keep smashing the like button. Keep your thoughts flowing. Appreciative, people. Romero, what can he do? Goes backwards to his keeper. As I said, I don't expect to see much quality for us neutrals early doors. You know, both of these managers are good tacticians. It's a big game. You know, got to find that balance between doing what you want your team to do and thinking about the opponent. Probably need to wait for tired legs or a lapse in concentration or that first goal, and then it might spark into life. Or a bit like when Kai Havertz clattered the Newcastle player, that might just see the energy levels go up. Romero finds Maddison in the midfield. Spurs still have the ball, bit scrappy from Maddison. In fact, Basuma, that's just pure strength that sees him get out of there. He's done well. And it's a good phase of play. I spoke too soon. Spurs have lost it very cheaply there, which looked like a promising stage of play there. As I've spoken, Caicedo's lost it. Maddison smacked it straight into the face of the Chelsea lad. So it is a bit scrappy. So he's found Son early doors. I don't know if Son's offside. It's into the hands of Sanchez, a tame effort. But it just shows you in 2-3 passes, this Spurs team can break. And the flag didn't go up. So had Son have done better there, who knows what would have been said. To be fair, VAR probably would have had a look. It does start in an offside position. If I'm honest, I don't know. For Colwill, to be fair, it would have been one to have a look at, but it came to nothing. Chelsea's Levi Colwill playing at fullback today to the experienced Thiago Silva. One wonders, how long will Silva be at Chelsea? Shows no sign of slowing down and a quality player. Colwill with a galloping run forward. The ball's gone out there, though. How's everyone doing? I'm doing great, and I hope you are as well. We should have done better from when Pope went long, but still, I thought it was a foul. I hear that. DG, what do you think is more important this season, Premier League or Champions League? If we get in trouble with injuries, for example, the Premier League, because we need to still fight for that league if that's what we're doing. We probably, unrealistic in my opinion, to expect us to win the league, but we have more of a chance of doing that than winning the Premier, than winning the Champs. And there's more expectations in the Prem, really. Champs is kind of not a free hit, but like, you know, give it as good as you got. Spurs are breaking here. Can't lie, Chelsea could be in trouble. Spurs have cut them open. Kulusevski is going to be 1-0, isn't it? Deflection, 1-0. These men are tired. Chelsea are done, man. Chelsea are done. Kulusevski has put Tottenham Hotspur a goal ahead within the first 5 minutes. Horrible, shambolic Chelsea defending. It has taken a bit of a deflection, but as you heard me just say, Spurs are going to score here. Sweeping move, and you know, early doors, there hasn't been too much to worry about, but Chelsea have been warned. That's a terrible goal to concede from Chelsea. I don't think Spurs will care. And that's something Spurs have shown they'll do in the Premier League this season so far. But hey, it has taken a little deflection, but boy, Maddison's played it into the midfield. This is something that I'm sure Pochettino was watching. Spurs have done this all season. Spurs have cut them open in 3 passes. Yes, it's taken a bit of a deflection off Levi Colwill, but against the run of play, that's horrible. And you know what? They say in life, earn your luck. I think on the basis of the sweeping move from Tottenham Hotspur there, they've earned their luck there. Deflection has helped it. If I'm honest, if that was my Sunday League coach, or if that was an Arsenal player, Levi Colwill is more concerned with turning his back and holding his crown jewels than actually making sure the ball don't go in the back of the net. I'm not too sure why that was done there. I'm not too sure if Broly is injured, but he's not available right now. Brennan Johnson up against Reece James. Could it get worse for Chelsea? Brennan Johnson delivers. I mean, he's absolutely clarted that. It's fallen to the goal scorer, Kulusevski. What can he do against Colwill? Colwill don't look too comfortable in this left-back spot. Conor Gallagher, dilly-dallying in possession there, and it could have been 2-0. Another shot straight at Sanchez. Don't know what Chelsea's doing there in that regards. That Conor Gallagher, I don't know what he done as well, because it looked like the Spurs move broke down and Gallagher almost played his way into problems there. If you're Spurs, if I'm honest, you know, you can't really get at Puro. He's had a good effort there. Puro and Son have gone close. They've obviously taken the lead. Ooh, to be fair, Cole Palmer has sent in doggy shot there. If I'm Spurs, I want this game done at half-time, you know. Wow. Same old problems for Chelsea, really and truly. I don't know about the Spurs to the end thing, but big up you for tuning in. No clue where Top Blue's at. Sanchez, it's gone long to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, probably the only one Chelsea fans are probably happy with week in, week out. Caicedo, I mean, Sterling just about brings that down. Caicedo probably needs to realize, you know, Sterling's what, 5'8", 5'9". As a fullback, that's horrible from Cole. Has to get tighter to his man. But that's the thing. Cole don't look comfortable as a fullback early doors. I think he's got the ability to play there, clearly, or Pochettino would have played there, but you've got to think. And whether you're a centre-half or a fullback, you shouldn't be turning like that, if I'm completely honest with you. Yeah, it's 1-0 to Spurs already. A deflected Kulusevski effort sees them ahead. And that suits Spurs. We drew to both these, man. We're ramping. And you throw in Fulham. We shot ourselves in the foot, Arsenal fans, in all of those games. Romero to Basuma, surely a foul. Silly foul to give away. I'm not going to lie. Early doors, Chelsea just don't look like a football team. Spurs do. Spurs look like teammates. Chelsea just look like his spare ringers. Like, a couple people have brought their best friends, their cousins. They've asked a couple random people at Power League if they want to fill in. Bunch of stars out there, but like, what is the game plan, really and truly? I'm sure there is a game plan, but boy, When you find out what Colwill was doing, let me know. But to be fair, it's not just Colwill. Like, Spurs have cut them open in 3 passes. Kulusevski, speaking of passes, Basuma switches play. Finds Brendan Johnson. Again, Spurs are going to score again soon if Chelsea don't buck up their ideas. You know, this game could get wrapped up in the first half. Maddison to the back post. Can't find Pedro Porro. Colwill wins the header. Porro has to do better, but it's still in the mixer. And doggy fighting. Brendan Johnson, IC 2.5 tax. He didn't want none of that. Speaking of 2.5s, Cole Palmer sent someone shop. Imagine having these texts. I think Maddison's giving away a cheap foul there. Didn't need to do it. Any Spurs goal makes me sad. Hey, someone lose it. I want some Chelsea blood, Spurs blood. I want some blood. Sanchez to Colwill. I can't lie. Colwill is probably gonna, to Thiago. Sorry, now it's here with Colwill. Colwill needs to fix up quick. He's giving the ball away. Spurs should smell blood down that left-hand side. If it continues like this, I'll be surprised if he's not hooked at halftime or the system is not changed. Enzo Fernandez. Who has he found? He's found Jackson. Good turn by the young striker. Well, just as I said, that good defending by the Spurs centre-half. It's still alive here. Caicedo. Quite limited on the ball, isn't it, Caicedo? Cole Palmer switches play. Find Shelley Ann Fraser. Raheem Sterling. Meady from Sterling. Is that a Chelsea throw? I believe so. When Gallagher and Reece James are your captains, his peak. I would say more so Gallagher because he's just said, I'm not leaving. Like, he's gone from being made available to I'm not leaving to now I'm the captain and becoming the main player, which is testament to him. My word. Disassi or Disassi, as I say his name is. Horrible pass to Reece James. Chelsea, boy. Same old from a Chelsea perspective, man. Different game, same-ish. Saying this, Raheem Sterling found Jackson. You have to score. You did not score. How long did you want? Take off the Luis Suarez thing. You're not serious. It's a good save by the keeper, but my word, Spurs should be made to pay for that. Bugging out from a throw, and it would have been off their own doing. Sterling has fed it. I thought he'd hit it first time. He's chopped man like Jesus. He's bought himself a yard. And that's the movements of a striker. Nothing was wrong there, but that's the movements of a striker that has not been prolific. It's a big save by the Spurs keeper, but he's also a poor finish, in my humble opinion. I mean, considering that, Postecoglou and Poch more or less been at their jobs the same time. Boy, it's 2 different teams. Chelsea appealing for a pen, Meady. Ultimately, football, like I say with Arsenal, football's decided in both boxes. How efficient you are defensively, which Chelsea weren't, and how efficient you are in front of goal, which is well documented. Chelsea struggles in that regard. Destiny and Doggy in possession. Finds Basuma. Quality player, Basuma, to be fair. Maddison, another one, gives it back to Basuma. Brendan Johnson needs to get on his bike. And Doggy fouled. I can't lie. He's done well to carry on. Ref, you played advantage, though. But to be fair, it is a foul. Just don't know what the game plan is from Chelsea. It looks like they're struggling early doors with Spurs' intensity. Kulusevski turns Colwill again, skips past Fernandez, evades Conor Gallagher, and it's still here with Sarr of Spurs. There's more invention, there's more intention from Tottenham Hotspur. I had to. The build-up play is better, the intensity is better, the speed is better. Yeah, Spurs have made 1-2 mistakes in possession, but Chelsea haven't made them pay for it. And it just looks like one team knows exactly what they're doing so far. The other team doesn't, but football's a 90-minute game. It could get worse. Brendan Johnson down this left-hand side. Squares it to Son. As I just said, it could get worse. It has got worse. Is it offside? I mean, VAR will have a check. Son, probably a bit too honest. When Son went to celebrate, he had a look. So that tells me, yeah. But VAR might bust them. You never know. Again, couple of passes. Is Son offside? I don't think he is, I don't think he is offside there, if I'm honest. I need to see that again. I don't think he's offside, and I think it should be 2-0. Chelsea in disarray. VAR will have a check. Postecoglou doing what he needs to do. I don't think that's offside, if I'm honest. That might be one where your toenail's offside. It's one of them that it could go for or against Spurs in a game like this. And then tomorrow, it'll be a different outcome. I don't think that's offside. I think that's 2-0 Spurs. And, obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan. I won't care if Spurs get shagged, but I don't think that's right. If anything, he's onside. Disasi's hand is flailing. Spare a thought for Pochettino and all managers, man, because you plan a week for something and then you find your team playing like this. Oh, see, this is why I don't trust these angles. That angle, Son looks offside. Honestly, I don't know, man. I still think it's onside, but these angles, they're built to confuse. The longer it goes on, the more that Spurs might get bust. We're all waiting. I think it's 2-0 Spurs. What do you lot think? Reece James and Pochettino in conversations. I can't lie, this back fight is offside. Is it? Yeah, it's been ruled out. But how many times have Chelsea seen warnings? And as I said a few moments ago, if I'm Spurs, this game could be wrapped up in the first half if they choose to be clinical. Chelsea look like they have half a plan in the final third when it gets there, but their back line is all over the place. Midfield are not aware of what's going on. You know, Spurs are blindsiding them. When one thing's going on the right-hand side, players are making movements off the left and nothing's happening. Speaking of Chelsea in the final third, Jackson, Bandulu step over, Basuma gets there. Cole Palmer gets onto the leftovers. Cole Palmer does well to find Caicedo, meaty, bro. You can't cost 100 million and you're that meaty in possession. Declan Rice can't go out like that. Van der Veen, strong as hell. Son of all people with a bookie touch. But Spurs still have possession. To be fair, it's confident play by Spurs. I'm enjoying this as a neutral. Spurs players backing themselves in dangerous positions. And it's here with Son on the left-hand side. He needs options. And Doggy is inverted. He's found Brendan Johnson. What can Brendan Johnson do? I don't think he has many options. Can he take Reece James on? He does. Finds Maddison. Maddison bobbing and weaving. Chopping and turning. To be fair, someone of Maddison's quality needs to do a lot better. And that sums up everything. Why couldn't the Chelsea goalkeeper have that? Instead, it's gone out for a throw. Yeah, Chelsea got problems still. Chelsea got problems. That break was rapid, can't lie. Thank God Kane is an expert. Bro, you speak of Spurs. They're so much more than a counter-attacking team, but they can do you like that. That's what we shot ourselves in the foot. Destiny and Doggy with this throw. Chelsea, if I'm honest, the only positive so far, if I was a Chelsea fan, is that it's 1-0 and these things could change. Son, you know, Spurs have had a couple of, I think surely got to be a free kick for some good hold-up play. Not known for his hold-up play, but yeah. Chelsea just look like a bunch of individuals. You could go to probably any start-up in Shoreditch and find a starting 11, and they obviously won't have the quality of Chelsea, but there'll be more togetherness with them. Looks like the Chelsea players are more concerned with their fancy dreadlocks and single plaits and ponytails, mate. As a wise man once said, cut your hair. Brendan Johnson. Oh, I think he's earned a corner, but that was a horrible decision from him to make. And he's fortunate that his team have earned a corner, forcing the pass there, weren't he? But I do think Spurs will go through what every other team's gone through, and that teams will limit the space they give you. They will kind of find out how you try to play. But right now, it's breath of fresh air settings. I mean, Conor Gallagher's got the ponytail, one of the captains, got the cut-up socks and that. But the ability, lad. And could this be 2-0 to Spurs? Pedro Porro to take this in-swinging corner. Maddison's come short. Porro delivers a decent ball. No one making a meal of it. Son threw everything he could. Kulusevski's onto it. Enzo, you can't afford to foul him there, lad. Bobbing and weaving from Kulusevski. Enzo Fernandez does well, to be fair. Disarms him. Caicedo does well to find still. Oh, that is a serious tackle from Ndogi. I can't lie, ref, you're mocking it. I don't even care about Spurs, but the game's getting mad. He won the ball. I'll stand corrected when the replay comes, but I thought that was a tackle. I'd do Sunday League, man. You look silly as a fullback if he turns you, but when you win, Rio and John Terry and Tony Adams and Sol Campbell, them man will be proud. Caicedo played a forward pass. How many times have I said that? I can't lie. I don't know how that's a free kick. And then Doggy, if you got a yellow card for that, wait, why? To be fair, you know what? It is a bit reckless from him. Dude does think he gets a bit of the ball, but he has come up with both legs. To be fair, he could be in trouble. He hasn't intentionally tried to hurt Sterling, but anytime both feet leave the ground, you're in trouble. You might bust case. You might get done at, Kovacic bust case. I don't know. It did look like a bit of a reckless and unusual and unorthodox one. Do you know what? If Sterling's foot was planted, it would have been curtains for Sterling, you know. That's why I don't think there was violent intention, but intention doesn't always mean it's not one. Sterling does get a touch to nick it. First time round with the naked eye, I didn't think that was a foul. I think a red card would be harsh, really. So I guess with that, a booking is more than fair. Even then, he has been booked. Cole Palmer on this right hand side. I mean, surely I know right now they can't, but if anything, Chelsea got to get him centrally. But Chelsea got no ideas, man. It's back here with Sanchez. Disassi, Sanchez, but this is meaty, you know. This is absolutely meaty. I mean, Caicedo isn't going to help you in terms of build-up play. Enzo's isolated. Conor Gallagher is vibes in. Reece James looks a shadow of his former self today. Boy, I refuse to believe we drew with Chelsea. You better believe it. We should have turned, unlike, you know, to be fair to Spurs, they've turned up in the first 90 minutes when we played Chelsea. Could we say that? Only got ourselves to blame, man. It is quite dangerous watching it again. I mean, Indoggy's on a yellow card and he's naturally going to have to be careful. Basuma killed his teammate there. Caicedo's won it. Surely a free kick. Smart free kick from the Ecuadorian to win, if I'm honest with you. This Chelsea team is midi. What do you put their problems down to? Manager, board, or the players? Bit of everything, I'm sure. With what's going on with Chelsea and the turbulent time they're at, I'm sure there's a lot of grace you have to give Poch. But when you look beyond that, a bit like Ten Hag over at United, what are you doing as a gaffer? I don't think this is going to be fixed overnight. Obviously, he's got his players. But a lot of these players have bad habits. I mean, that is a, you know, it was that Thiago Silva or Cole that was fouled off the ball. I like that from a Spurs perspective. If I was a Chelsea player, I'd say next 50-50, you're done. So I think it's a bit of everything. Yeah, and there you have it. Thiago Silva with a bit of a get back. And there's a kick out there. Ooh, ref. Reece James that's a good pass, really. I don't know if the ref will go back to that, but there was a bit of a kick out by the Spurs lad. It's Raheem, Shelley, and Fraser. Meaty, and he's got back onto it. To be fair, it's 1-1. Gaza Youth scores. Raheem, Shelley, and Fraser. Before that, he was moving like it's a curry goat thing. Cut your hair, not if you're Raheem Sterling. That's the first terrible thing Spurs have done today. Chelsea have drew level. I'm not going to lie to you. Between Romero, is that Colwill or Thiago Silva? I think the ref might have to have a look at that. If I'm honest with you, it looked like there was a bit of argy-bargy. To be fair, Caicedo was fouled. To be fair, Reece James with the outside of his peg. That's a great pass. No way Sterling offside. I'm not going to lie. From a Spurs perspective, that's horrible defending, you know. Pedro Puro, that's horrible. Oh, has it cannoned off Raheem Sterling's hand? Has it cannoned off his hand? They might get shagged. Oh, you know what? Spurs might catch life. To be fair, that's one of them where if we watch 10 different Premier League games, there'll be 10 different outcomes. Raheem Sterling has taken a shot. It's rebounded off the Spurs man and then hit his hand. And to be fair, surely Romero's got to be booked there. He's kicked Colwill for no reason. I cussed your mum, bang him. Colwill, don't take it. Romero, you're a World Cup winner. Don't have it. Bang him. I want to see drama. Yeah, handball you, man. Sterling's goal is going to get chalked off. Sterling's goal surely gets chalked off. I don't know what you want him to do about it, but yeah. Why is Jackson shutting up the fans? Midi raw material. It may be Tottenham, but I'd rather them win the league than stupid City. As an Arsenal fan, I disagree. It looks like there'll be a shed. The longer the check goes on, to be fair, it is a handball. But what do you want Raheem Sterling to do about it? The balls, I wouldn't say his hand's in an unnatural position. It's cannoned off him. But after Saliba's thing, I don't care. Refs having a look. It has hit his hand. It's been chalked off. Boy, Raheem Sterling's goal does not matter. And again, Spurs giving a lifeline waking up there. Because I think Spurs have been the better team. But they're going to have to say that as a lifeline because they did switch off for that whole bit of defensive play. Romero receiving treatment on what looks like his thigh. But yeah, people. Like in the Olympics. False start. Colwill and Romero both on the sidelines. Romero will be sent off. I think he'll keep a cool head out. I mean, if he hasn't been booked, he's a lucky fella. To be fair, I don't know why he's kicked Levi Colwill there. Nice to see Thiago Silva getting a bit of revenge. Why has he done that? It was headed dirty. There was no need for Romero to do that. I think he's boss case. Needs to take heed and learn quickly. Still 1-0 to Spurs, people. Raheem Sterling's goal has been chalked off for handball. Still anyone's guess. As I said, if I had to put my life savings on it, 2-1 Spurs, unfortunately. I thought Maddison was fouled there. Ref don't agree for the first time in his life. Cole Palmer couldn't control the ball and it's cleared by Spurs. Oh, that's a foul on Son. Hey, ref is letting a lot of these go, you know. I like it though. I like it though. Shades of Newcastle, Arsenal. Ref is letting a lot go. There's a lot of late ones. Reece James, Caicedo. Caicedo's passing's a bit limited, isn't it? That's why I was saying in hindsight, I would have loved Caicedo and Rice, but I don't think it would have been a continued thing. Spurs back themselves when playing out from the back, and again, they've done well. Commentators curse because Caicedo's intercepted Cole Palmer, gives it back to Caicedo. Looks like Chelsea have been sparked into life. Enzo Fernandez, is he going to try and do a DG? Can't do it like me. Spurs fans, watch your head. Someone's been concussed. Wait, over £200 million midfield, you know. Sacred number 8. Tried to do the Lampard thing. 25 minutes essentially in, people. 1-0 to Spurs. Caicedo intercept, surely hit his hand. Referee said no. So if this leads to a goal, there's not much difference between that and Sterling's one. Brennan Johnson and Cole Palmer fighting. Reece James wins the war. Caicedo snapping in. Basuma can't get there. Van der Veen can. Oh, ref, come on. I don't even care about Spurs, but like, it's not making sense. Some things that are free kicks for both teams are not being given. I don't think that is a free kick, if I'm honest. To be fair, ref, I didn't even, you know, I'm not on the ground level. There was a pullback by Basuma. You know, we're very quick to get on refs. You got it right there. And that was probably Basuma trying to make up for his mistake a bit too much there. Reece James and Cole Palmer over this. So now in football, we can kick out a man and bang guys in the face. You can do any of that unless you support Arsenal. Where is Sterling's hand supposed to be? Not a clue. You know, but at least there's some consistency between that Sheg and Saliba's. Cole Palmer's ball delivered into the box. Everyone from Spurs and Chelsea waiting. Conor Gallagher flying in. Nowhere on God's green earth. Were they going to do anything? Reece James sells it over the bar. Thiago Silva, sorry. Looks like he's giving someone verbal. I haven't seen it. Was it a red or Romero? I think a yellow would have sufficed. It's a kick out for no reason. I don't think no one's going to die. Like, there's no need for him to do it. Should be booked. I don't know if he was booked for that, but yeah, man. I do want a red card in the game, though. It makes it more dramatic. Cole Palmer asks for it. Gallagher doesn't find him. Enzo Fernandez, he's trying to do the movie thing. Another horrible strike. I'm not going to lie. This last little 5-minute passage, the first time Chelsea Football Club have looked like a football club or a football team or a team that's done what Chelsea have done in the game thus far in the game. The refs are like execution doctors. They have absolutely no idea what they do. They freestyle, man. Referees freestyle this. Should be 2 reds by now. Damn, the Prem really want Spurs to win so the league becomes more entertaining. Chelsea could be in here. Is there pen shouts? Oh, Jackson's touch is horrible. Cole Palmer wants too long on the ball. Caicedo strikes. Oi! Caicedo, of all people, strikes with his left head. And I'm sure his mum will be happy. He feeds the people. Chelsea won. Spurs won. This commentator... Oh, yeah, rah. Sheg again. Offside. Woo! Caicedo, you put your declaration in it, blood. Like, cuz. Allow it, cuz. False start. As I was just saying, I think this has been Chelsea's best period. Sheg. Absolute sheg. What has happened here? Spurs going to sleep defensively. To be fair, who's offside? What's offside? I think Jackson, they're trying to say. Oh, I don't know about that one. That's gonna have to go to VAR. I don't know about that one. Surely there's a pen shout on Sterling there, maybe a soft one, but yeah. Oh, yeah, Romero. Has Romero been booked? He's moving mad, you know. I didn't even clock that tackle, but hey, if I was a Spurs fan or a Spurs coach, Romero needs to calm the hell down. He's going to bird himself off. Romero is going to get himself in. Oh, you have to be gone. He has to be gone. If he wasn't booked for the first one, he has to be booked now. He's ramping. Well, they're not even looking for that. They're looking for offside. And if they're saying Jackson's the one that interfered, I don't think there's a claim there. I think he's onside, a bit like how I did want drama. We're getting it. It's so enjoyable seeing drama in the Premier League. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to lie. I'd be fuming, lad, if I was a Chelsea fan and that got disallowed. I think that's a zang, if I'm honest. I think Chelsea, I can't lie, I think Chelsea have been zanged there. I think they need to get something, whether that's a pen, whether that's a, pardon me, a legitimate goal. I don't know, man. Again, a bit like the Newcastle game, referees need to get a hold on these big games, man. I don't think Jackson's offside. I'm not going to cap. And I think Caicedo should count himself unlucky if, well, I should assume this is his first goal in Chelsea colours. He's got a goal. If Romero didn't go for the first one, he's got to go for that one, or at least hold 2 yellows. It's offside. Bro. Spurs are very fortunate there. The last 2 times Spurs have switched off defensively, they've been saved. I'm not going to cap. So then what is this then? Surely Chelsea have to get something. Admittedly, I don't know now. I don't know if it's because the fact that it's offside means the goal's just ruled out. That's the second goal ruled out for offside. Surely that there's got to be a pen shout. VAR's having a look at something else. They're looking at Sterling's one. Surely you got to look at Romero's one. Yeah, look, if it's for Romero, they're in trouble. Bro, Romero's in trouble. Surely. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan, but you can't accuse me of being biased in a game like this because it's both likes. Come on, man. Ops. Yee, Romero's gone. Surely. Yee, the more, but the thing is, and his fellow countrymen as well. Oh, if that happens in Sunday League, you're getting done differently. That's the thing that starts fights. Romero needs to calm down. He should have calmed down in that little tackle before. Ooh, I think Chelsea at least need a pen. They have to leave with something. Word to Denzel. There you are, having a look. Wait, ref, what's going on? Referee's doing his little... Look at me, I'm Michael Oliver. They got the Jamaican flag in the Spurs ground, man. You know, we're back. And he's gone to the monitor. So they've obviously said to him, mate, I don't know how you feel about this, but have a look, fella. Oh, the more I see that. Oh, I like Romero. I like his approach. I like his tough man antics. But if I was a Spurs fan, it would do my head in incidences like this. It's got to be a pen. Surely, blood. Isn't every referee called Michael Oliver? Might as well be, man. To be fair, I want to rig this whole thing as well. The longer it goes on, the more I'd be nervous if I was a Spurs fan. He's told Romero, he's not speaking to Romero. Can't lie, I don't know what's going on. He's calling bare dons, doing bare things. I don't know what's going on there. And to be honest, I ain't got no heart for no one after Saliba didn't get Tibas case, after Brentford last year. I don't know what's been called, man. He's called Romero, he's called the captain. Oh, it's looking like a red. Romero might be in trouble. Ooh, your defense is in trouble. Romero's been sent off. And he's only got himself to blame. Experienced guy like him, he's only got himself to blame. He should have kept his head in check way before that when he had a little kick out at Colwill. Boy. Drama, lad. I love it, lad. Smash the like button, lad. That's so sick. From someone of Romero's experience, literally a World Cup winner. There's no need for that. And Postecoglou's got to change things. Has he? I mean, the red card's been flagged, but Romero's not coming off. I don't know what's going on. Enzo, stop reading. Stop reading, Enzo. Son appealing, son. It's done, my brother. It's done, my brother. It's done, son. You're a good youth, man. You're not that guy, man. You know it as well. You know he's gone. You ain't got a bad bone in your body. I like people like you, son. It's hard to hate ups like you, but like, fam, it has to be a pen. Bro, there's too much time wasted on referees. Who did we come to see? Players or the ref looking at screens? Romero's gone. I wanted goals. I wanted controversy. I wanted drama within the first. Raw, Eric Dyer. You're still at raw. That's a shame. If I was Brendan Johnson, I don't know if Brendan Johnson could beat out Romero, but when he's not looking, you might just have to bang him because your time's done now. He's had to be sacrificed for Eric Dyer. Raw. I forgot this brother was at Spurs. When you come on, there's drama. You might score the winner if it gets to if Chelsea get back in the game, or you might concede one. Cole Palmer has to step up. He scored one against us. To be fair, this keeper's been on crud. It wouldn't surprise me if he saved it. For the drama purposes, I hope he doesn't. What do you lot think? I think he misses. No, I'll tell a lie. I think he sends the keeper the wrong way. Boy, I can't lie. I hate penalties on the best days. Imagine doing this in front of thousands of people. Cole Palmer. So, oi! Keeper went the right way. It is finally 1-1-1. Third time of asking. Third time lucky. Cole Palmer shushes the fans. Caicedo's goal was ruled out. Shelley Fraser, Raheem Sterling's goal was ruled out. Now Cole Palmer's penalty stands. Jackson is shameless. You ain't earned the right to be shushing anyone. No, man, ain't see you do nothing. Drama, lad. Thank the footballing gods, man. I wanted drama. I wanted controversy. I wanted red cards. I love this. To be fair, keeper went the right way. He got a touch, but just not enough. That's why they tell you hard and low. Yeah, a bit unfortunate, really. But to be honest with you, Spurs have started this first half very good. They've gone to sleep defensively a couple of times, shot themselves in the foot. All level. Maybe my initial one before I changed it of 2-2 prediction should have stood firm. I love this drama, but at the same time, Spurs are not out of this. That is the third goal Cole Palmer has scored this season, and his second from the spot. Long ball forward for Kulusevski, who scored the first. Levi Cole. They should stop playing my man fullback for now, innit? I don't know how Chelsea got a free kick there, but they did. Spurs need to keep their heads. Cole Palmer's got that dog in him, man. You can tell he's a verbalist. He's one of them. Cole Palmer's one of them, man. I hate playing Sunday League. You know, guys that got like Maddison as well. You know, guys that are sick and they got verbal. You have to just start threatening, man. Watch after the game. All right, cool. If you're still on giving verbal, fair enough. Like, bro, he's on this. Wouldn't you be as well? Man, played for City, won completed club football. My DMs are probably never empty. Poro rolling around in agony. The Spurs desperately try to even up the numbers. You good, man. People get clamped every day, Pete. Conor Gallagher, you need to wear normal socks. You ain't one of them Teka players to be wearing that. Pelro's a shame. He's on this Eddie Guerrero thing. How are you kicking Cole Palmer and rolling around? I respect it. You kick. Oh, do you know what? I think if you're trying to win the ball, his foot looked like it planted. That actually hurts. Can see another red in this. I hear that. Big up yourself, John. I thank God they don't allow English refs in European football. If Spurs fans say get over Newcastle when you lot get over the Romero red card, bro, Romero, that probably it's a dangerous tackle, bro. It's a dangerous one. Jackson goes all the way home to Sanchez. Colwell. I can't lie, if I was Spurs, I keep attacking Colwell's side, you know. Sterling, you're offside. Miles offside. Sterling's in here, though. He squares it to Jackson. It's 2-1. Surely he's miles offside. And Sterling didn't need to be offside there. Silly. And I mean, no complaints from the Chelsea players. They know it's offside. Miles offside. To be fair, I thought he played Colwell. Sterling, someone as experienced as him, you could have held your run. With your pace and acceleration, could have held your run. In this last 10 minutes, I don't know what Spurs are doing defensively, but they're bugging out. Never thought I'd enjoy a Chelsea goal. Romero does this. Won me some lovely bets with them cards. Big up yourself, Red, man, and all the betters. Basumo had his pocket picked by Conor Gallagher. Apologies. Them new age hackney hipster living dons. Levi Colwell. Ooh, right. You man letting Gallagher drop shoulders and that. Crazy. Spurs are moving mad. I mean, I want to draw, so I'm here for this, but I don't think this ends as a draw. I think there's more drama. The refs have already let us know what time this is. Big up you lot. Hope you recovered from the theft we suffered from the Geordies. Nice to see a ref finally got the right decision. We robbed ourselves, or it was a thing where, to be fair, the refs zanged us, but to use theft as an analogy, Arsenal at Newcastle was like we left our front door open for a day or two. Obviously, there's going to be a chance, so surely Sterling's offside again. He won't get the ball on that occasion. And it's lumped forward by Vicario straight to a blue shirt. Chelsea got the bit between their teeth. Looks like they're the more dominant team now. Took them a while to wake up. Reece James. Cole Palmer. Good interception by Kulusevski of all people there. Not known for that. And Doggy. I know he plays for Italy, but that's just pure African strength there to just let Cole Palmer know, listen, you're a little boy to me when it comes to the strength thing. Sanchez. Dizassi. Reece James doesn't look fully fit, James, if I'm honest. Still got it on the ball, though. Defensively, you can tell that's a man that's been out for a minute. These bums can't handle press. We let these bums get a draw. Which ones you referring to? Raheem Sterling going absolutely mad at his teammates. Strongest Chelsea have looked all games so far. And to be fair, you can count themselves unfortunate that they've had 2 goals ruled out. It's an entertaining game for us neutrals. Nail-biting stuff if you support Chelsea or Spurs. Long ball forward by the Spurs goalie. Who has that found? I think Spurs need to get back to their principles, man. They're panicking a bit. Caicedo, who had a goal ruled out. Caicedo thought it was Declan Rice. Pocket's been picked. Instead of getting back, he's limping. Maddison could have done better. Sarr deflected F. I don't know what Sarr saw. He saw his name in lights. It did not bang. Conor Gallagher. What is he supposed to be doing today? Obviously, off the ball, I get it, but like he's running to the left-hand channel, the right-hand channel. Is he one of them players? Poch says, you know what, mate? You ain't got nothing to do. Just get it back. This highlighting is banter. Boy, ooh, the poor from them. I would like to see Cole Palmer if I was a Chelsea fan in central areas. Right now, it's probably not going to happen. Poch keeping a cool head. Wonder if Poch remembers what team he's managing. I don't know what the linesman's doing. Postecoglou looks like he's going to be given a yellow card. I mean, these referees always making this thing about them, man. Man, are going to have, both managers are going to be passionate. Both players are going to be passionate. Don't get it twisted. I think the red card was a brilliant call. Offsides, I don't know. But I think when it comes to derbies or big games like Arsenal versus Newcastle, there needs to be a bit sensible. Reece James bullied off the ball. So what happens when you focus on getting a BBL? Son. And to be honest with you, biggest compliment I give Spurs, don't look like they're down to 10 men. It's the first time I've reclocked that Romero's out. Don't know what Cole Palmer was doing here. Madison, Destiny and Doggy, back to James Madison. Must be nice having a centre mid on crud. Obviously, shout out Reece James. I mean, Declan Rice. Jackson hype. Cole Palmer. Chelsea be shameless. Don't put the ball out. Reece James has knocked it into the channel. Spurs do have a man down. Dyer sends it where it came from. If they bring Mudryk, it's over. His speed is gonna cook. And Doggy, to be fair, and Doggy on a yellow, you want to ask questions of that, really. Is Madison gonna be booked for diving? Madison, nothing happened to you. What? Shameless. Madison, nothing happened to you. You're acting, Madison. Or has he pulled something? I ain't cheering for no one. I don't care if Spurs or Chelsea win. I'd love a draw, but I don't really care. Madison, start acting, man. Let the game continue, man. Not too long to go before half time. Has been a good fixture so far, I must say. What happened to you? Let's see. I don't know, man. It must have been something with his studs must have got caught in the ground. He can't accuse Reece James of touching him. And to be fair, it doesn't look like he's appealed that. See how no one wants to play high line, open football when it's us. It's better for Chelsea to win. They've been getting robbed like crazy. I big up you lot, boy. Chelsea, Arsenal been getting robbed. I've been getting robbed by my own team. I ain't got no sympathy for no one. That's their business. I'll take a draw 3-3. Mudryk is a Gooner, man. Let him cook tonight. Nah, man, you're a crip. I don't care about your family and that. You either BD or GD doing the GD stuff. So forget him. You play for them, man, over there. Of course, I'd rather Chelsea win than Spurs, of course, if it came to it. But I don't really care. I hate them both. Saying that, if both of them want to employ me, let me do content thing, scouting thing, allow me. Arsenal don't seem forthcoming. Madison is still down. Raw. Bell's in the building. I've met Bell. I got a picture of Bell. He's a cool guy, man. You wouldn't think this is when he was in his heights at Spurs. You wouldn't think Gareth Bell. He's so humble, like softly spoken, almost a bit shy. Like you can tell, respectfully to Wells, like you can tell he's come from humble beginnings in Wells. Real humble guy. Pick up Danny Rose as well. I used to work at Spurs like, on the match days. Best thing ever. If I'm honest. The whole energy used to work there. Used to work with my friends, chatting to girls. It was lit. Reece James in possession. Teeth in bad things as well. God forgive me. Conor Gallagher fighting with chefs as well. Enzo Fernandez forcing it into Jackson. It should have went to Sterling. Not that I can tell a World Cup winner, Premier League footballer, anything about how to play football. when it could get from bad to worse for Spurs. I don't know what happened here, but it looks like my man Van der Veen is holding his thigh. His night might be ran. He looks in trouble. He's in agony. Did he get fouled off the ball? Probably better he got fouled off the ball than just pulled up with something. Oh, yeah, he's done. He pulled up with something. He's done. His hamstring is gone. He's done. Was in a foot race in an attempt to get back and defend against Jack. He's done. His night is done. His night is done. To be fair, I worked for Chelsea as well. Had a madness with a chef there as well. I don't know why chefs don't like me, you know. To be fair, the Chelsea chef was on more crud. It looks like Emerson Royal's coming on. Boy, his night is done. That's a legitimate hamstring. You're out for a few weeks, and he's been a good signing for them. We need it. If Spurs, it's crumbling for Spurs. If Spurs lose Romero and Maddison, they're finished. It'll be like having 9 men. Even kid Chelsea will cook them. Romero really would lose his head after 2 get out of jail free cards, true DG settings. To be fair, what did I deserve for that stray, man? You're wrong, but you're right at the same time. Has the gaffer changed his mind? It looked like Emerson Royal was coming on. Now it looks like Højlund. I can't lie. This Van der Veen brother is stressed. Can't even walk off the pitch. He's done. Hopefully, get well soon. Big up Dyer for helping his teammate. He's done. Like Emerson Royal got buoyed. Oh no, it looks like 2 subs. Emerson Royal coming on. To be fair, I understand the angle of it. I can't lie. Getting sub now is a bio still. 12 minutes of added on time. What gaffer? You couldn't just pattern that up at half time. That might be, well, if they're taking up, look, Maddison can't believe it. Man saying me. I can't believe this. One of the signings of the season, innit? Even some can't believe it. So I was like, bro, I'm number 10, innit? But then again, realistically, Postecoglou's not going to take Maddison off unless there's something wrong. Obviously, the players need saving from themselves. Reshape, stop bedding, man. BBLU. To be fair, that could save Maddison. Maybe taking him off now saves him. Van der Veen is stressed. Man can't even walk. Being aided by 2 feet. He's done. Do you know how painful them hamstring things are? Anyone at any level that's had that. I used to think it was made up until I got older. Stress for Postecoglou. What? He's had to make 3 subs in the first half. See why I'm not jealous of managers? Imagine the stress. You plan all week for stuff and all their plans probably out the window. There's 12 minutes of added on time in this first half. I must admit. Kind of get it. Yeah, watch along, man. Spurs lose Basuma, Son, Papi Sarr, and January. Van der Veen couldn't handle baby Jogba. Boy. And there's Dyer with some important defending. Can't lie, Spurs need half time. They actually need half time. They started off so well, they're losing their heads now. Becoming very indisciplined. And Sterling can cook down this left-hand side. He technically has put the ball in the back of the net already, but VAR's had some great defending as well on display. To be fair, Dyer did well. Come on. DG undercover agent. That's harsh. Corner kick doesn't get anywhere. Caicedo bang it. Passing the ball to Sterling like you hate him. Raheem Sterling. Ooh, that isn't the best of balls back into the box and straight into the hands of the goalie. But yeah, man, Arsenal didn't employ me. This was like match day stuff, innit? I must have been like, 16, 17, 18, them kind of ages. Spurs was lit. The whole of North London used to work there, man. Working my brethren, walking all around the stadium and chatting to girl. I remember, obviously I used to work with the season ticket holders in it, and we used to go watch the North London derby. You could hear us chanting, and the Spurs fans snitched. Oh my God, there's Arsenal fans working here. I stole a fresh Dutch pot as well. I used to rub the hell out of Spurs. I used to throw much alcohol and soft drinks and beer things. I used to do the most. Reece James, anyways. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Levi Cole. Looks a bit awkward, that left-sided fullback. Come on. Listen, Spurs must win the league. They must win the league. Everyone else have everything they said about Arsenal last season has to apply to them. The gaffer's the best thing since sliced bread. Boy, the game is the game. Raheem Sterling. If you're Chelsea, you probably don't want this half to end. Sterling. It's falling to Jackson. Another one that would have been offside. Caicedo. Looking a bit awkward. He gets it over to Reece James. Reece James, a bit of quality, whips it. It's spilled. It's falling to Højbjerg. He's hooked it. Boy, why are Spurs so high? They need to drop a bit deeper. They're going to get killed on the break. But then again, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you'll be inviting more pressure. Conor Gallagher, I don't know what his role is today. Snitching on me. It's not me. Everything's made up. It's all entertainment, Queen of the South. It's not me. Just showing off for my friends. Like, what Spurs going to do to me? Yeah, I'm what? I'm what? Actually, I'm what? Like, they're never going to employ me. I'll work for Spurs as a scout or content creator, but fuck them. Reece James delivers, corner kick. What are they going to do? I'm what? I used to teeth your money, teeth everything. And it's not just me. Some of your managers, people you employed as managers used to do it. I ain't telling them. Do what they do. Even one time I used to work in their store. Their new kit came out. Obviously, you can imagine when a new kit comes out, I'm meant to be tagging it. Bro, I'm seeing people rob it. I don't give a crap. You got to be a madman to be robbing Spurs kits. Anyway, teeth it, man. I used to do little spiteful things as well when I used to work for Spurs. Get the little, get scissors and start putting holes through things. What are you going to do to me, man? Welcome. Sanchez, that's a lovely pass. Is that offside? Cole shouldn't be offside there. The goals are coming. Where I heard Spurs fans say 3-0, reality is often disappointing. Amen. The goals are coming. Højbjerg makeshift centre back. I understand Højbjerg coming on. It's just about mucking in. Basuma. Quality player. Fine, sir. I said what I want to say about you, sir. They'll cancel me, but colours around the corner, bro. So I seen you selling Ray Beans and that. I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed. 50 minutes, people. There's been 12 minutes of added on time. Spurs find themselves down to 10 men. This game is crazy. I haven't touched my food. Bro, eat your food, man. Can't do both. Basuma. Pass, really and truly. And the thing is, one thing against Spurs, they can score within 2 mistakes. That's a ball into the box. Kulusevski's not that kind of guy. Goal kick to Chelsea. Spurs down to 10 men. Don't know what Maddison made. You know, if I was a Spurs fan, I'd love for the manager to say it was a tactical decision to take off Maddison. But if it is due to injury, you're stressed. Romero sent off as well, which is idiotic from Romero because you would have, any normal person, pardon me, probably would have thought, yo, I'm moving a bit mad. Let me calm down a bit. Didn't listen, didn't take heed. Chelsea were terrible for about 20 odd minutes. They have had a couple of goals ruled out for offside, but they are on course to finish this half strongly. Caicedo, him and Sterling, if you're just tuning in, both had goals ruled out. Enzo Fernandez to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling needs an organic fullback there. Surely you can gamble by taking off the Sassy or someone. Raheem Sterling giving Poro the run. Oh, ref! Ooh! They're telling Sterling to get up. Poro, shut up, man. To be fair, it did look like Sterling was looking for that, but I don't know. And to be fair, Poro's within his rights. If Sterling did take a tumble. Yeah, Sterling, you're acting, man. You're acting. Poro should punch you up. You lot might as well start fighting in the tunnel, man. I'm here for drama. I'm here for it, lad. Boy, controversy. The refs kill Spurs 2. Should have allowed the Caicedo goal to stand. To be fair, Caicedo got shagged. And Ndogi for getting his first touch. He definitely has to be careful. Reece James showing strength. No need for Ndogi to push him there. Reece James says, all right, I'll kick the ball away. Pochettino using time to get some kick-ups in. They got Reece James over his post-BBL surgery injuries. I'm so childish. Enzo Fernandez. This your shooter. Colwill. Enzo. Thiago Silva. Reece James. On your back, Cole Palmer. I think Chelsea need to get Mudryk on. Get Cole Palmer central. Get Mudryk on when the time comes, man. They need someone that's going to take man on. That was poor from Sanchez and Chelsea. That's the thing. Both teams have an element of shooting themselves in the foot and thus shagging themselves. Son tried to not make Disasi. Disaster see Bambi on ice, really. And Basuma's in here. Anything's possible with them kind of brothers in your team. So I wouldn't rule out Spurs even down to 10 men. Sarr in the trenches. Puro sent someone shot, tried to not make Colwill. Conor Gallagher. That's a terrible run, Jackson. Why are you running out there? Sterling running central. Ooh, good run from him now. What can you do? Pass the ball. You know you're not the guy. Does well to give it back to Gallagher. Enzo Fernandez. skips out Caicedo, finds Reece James. Cole Palmer. You got Chelsea's goal from the spot. Finds Reece James. Reece James, bit of end product there. He squared it. Maybe I'm being harsh, but Reece James could do a lot better there. Ooh, lovely from Caicedo. Never a foul. Spurs feeling the pressure. It's falling to Reece James. I can't lie. I don't know how Chelsea ain't put the ball in the back of the net. Sar's done very well. That's a very important foul for Spurs to win there. Relieves a bit of pressure. Colwell and Sar getting into it. Yes! I banging. Yes, handbags. Spurs need to keep their heads. I love it. I ref, you got to book Bissouma. Bissouma back in his younger brother. Yes. Yes. I called for drama. I called for handbags. I love it. All right, Colwell, Mr. Chelsea. We get it. All right, lads. I love it. I love it. You lot start threatening each other, man. 12 minutes of added on time, and I don't want this game to end. To be honest, ref, you don't need to give out yellow cards. I don't think Colwell or Sarr deserve yellow cards. Ref, come on, man. The game's gone soft, man. What's all of this? And to be honest with you, Colwell, I can't lie. If I was Spurs, you at left back looks a bit awkward. You look like the person to get at. Chelsea won't win now because Spurs got a low block. If I was a Chelsea fan, with how the game's transpired, I'd defo thingy be disappointed if I drop points. Chelsea players urging Cole to keep his head. I love this, man. I love this. I live for this. Nah, Tottenham have only had one man sent off, Mr. Romero. Marching orders for a mad tackle. This game has it all. I love it. Bro, what did Jackson do to get booked? I think refs need to find that balance, man. You know, these are big games. Michael Oliver looks stressed as well. Honestly, we've got 55 minutes on the clock. 12 minutes were added on. You lot that were good at maths, calculate that. And VAR's getting involved. Wait, hang on. What else? Reece James might be in trouble here. Actually, VAR's having a look. Violent conduct on Reece James. I mean, he's got eyes on the ball, but his elbow has flown about. But hey, the drama doesn't look like it's stopping. I don't know what the final verdict is. It looks like Reece James has got not guilty at the Old Bailey. This game's a madness. They're just using VAR for the sake of it. Son. Sarr. Eric Dyer. And Doggy get the win the foul. Reece James taking no prisoners. It won't be his throw though. Chelsea Reading coming. They're just trying to show that VAR works. Son. And Doggy. Højbjerg, to be fair, good play. Fine Son. Reece James gets chopped. No corner. He does well to get back. There's Assi. Everything's possible with him there. Raw! What do I know? Composure. You've been watching Saliba vids. Got away with that one, lad, didn't you? But it's straight back here with Spurs. Assi gets his head to it. It's getting a bit scrappy. Cole Palmer with a bit of quality. Wins a throw-in. I mean, Clement said there's 30 seconds left. You'd imagine we're close to that. And the game has stopped, people. Kulusevski's opener was cancelled out by a penalty with Cole Palmer. Caicedo and Sterling have had goals ruled out for VAR's ruled them out. Obviously, Spurs are down to 10 men because Romero lost his head. The game's had everything so far. Poro snitching, talking about diving. You can talk. He's played for Spurs, mate. Have you seen you lot? Eric Dyer, I don't know what you're doing. You're just talking for the sake of it. Shut it. From Chelsea, I wouldn't have wanted that half to end. Personally, I think with definitely the first 10, 15 minutes, Spurs could put this game to bed, if I'm honest with you. And they look like they might just. Chelsea look terrible defensively, but there's been a shift. I think added on time is probably about 12 minutes, and the 10 minutes before that, however much that adds into, I think Chelsea have ended the stronger team. So 1-1 is probably the best. I mean, going down to 10 men, if you're Spurs, you'll take a draw. If you're Chelsea, it's a missed opportunity, really, because they did play all right against Arsenal and Liverpool, but they didn't win those games. And against Arsenal, they shot themselves in the foot. You have an opportunity now to really do something. Good defending by the ref. I'm not quite sure why. I can't remember if it's Sterling's or Caicedo's, but one of those goals should have stood. Bro, this was a thriller. Van Diesel settings DG type game. I love it, man. This is what the Premier League's about. Chelsea got to use their brains. Otherwise, they're going to play Spursy back into it. I mean, Spurs, the wickedest thing is I don't think Spurs are out of it, really. They told us Romero to leave off. They are still. Spurs were up for 12 minutes. Then Chelsea just pressed them and mistakes started happening. And I mean, what makes it worse is probably the fact of, it's all been self-capitulation. Sterling's goal should have stood. Take off Cole, will bring on Mudryk. They need speed against this high line. I think they might gamble. Might be worth taking off Disassi, if I'm honest with you. Putting Cole back at centre half. I don't think Chilwell's fit, and I know Cucurella's not to shout about, but could do well with an out-and-out fullback. Or you could actually gamble and have an extra attacker with Caicedo there. Indirectly, you have 4 people who can defend there on the field as well. Be interesting though, man. It'd be interesting. It's been an interesting opening exchange. Hopefully it lives up to expectations. Keep smashing the like button if you haven't done such already, people. So yeah, man, 1-1. What is the halftime statistic saying as well? Let's actually see. So used to typing in Arsenal, typed in Arsenal. We've got no relevance to today. In terms of today, people, Chelsea have had 7 shots, 2 on target. Spurs have had 4 shots, 3 on target. Spurs have had 48% of the ball. Chelsea have had 52%. Chelsea have played 201 passes to Spurs 192. There's been 4 corners, 3 of them for Chelsea. And it's a Desmond at the moment in time. Kulusevski scored after 6 minutes. Cole Palmer obviously got them back into it in the 35th minute from a penalty spot after 2 minutes before that, Romero being sent off. As a neutral, this has been a very, very entertaining match. Great watch on a Sunday night. Don't forget, people, watch-alongs tomorrow, watch-alongs Wednesday, and obviously now, what's going on? Why is they added on time? Hella VAR, hella handbags. Mudryk chance to show what we've missed on, to be honest, as he can show his talent against his Tottenham team now. Only down to 10. DG, I'm telling you, 1 more red card and 3-2 win to Chelsea. I hear that. This is a game for Mudryk. Spurs are playing this high line with 10 men. Let Mudryk and Sterling feast. To be honest with you, I would say first 5 minutes, if Mudryk came on at halftime, go up against Ndogi on a yellow card, then shift over there. Pardon me, if I'm Spurs, I don't think they're out of it. And I think Cole at left back don't really look comfortable. They could get at that. And I think Chelsea just need to keep playing like this, because the first 15 minutes, the defending I saw from Chelsea, but it weren't Premier League standard. The goal they conceded were horrible. Spurs cut them open in 3 passes. I know this is elite football. Anyone can do that to anyone, but I mean, come on, fella. What's all that about? Don't forget, people watching Dortmund, Newcastle tomorrow. We're also going to watch AC Milan, Paris Saint-Germain. Smash the like button on such and turn on your reminders. Wednesday, we've obviously got the big one, the best team in the world, Arsenal against Sevilla, people. Spurs is out of it, DG. They only got Kulusevski and Son to rely on. To be fair, boy, these things happen in football. I'm not going to lie. Postecoglou's got a new mentality. They might not be done. I'm here for this. Especially after my man was talking nonsense as well. What's his name? Smith Rowe is out for a month with a knee injury. Jesus is making progress. I know I'm talking about tomorrow, Arsenal fans. But bit of a sad story. Some sad news as a 23-year-old police officer who supported Boca Juniors killed himself after Boca lost the Copa Libertadores final. His mother says he was sad. Boca was everything to him. I didn't think my son would go as far as to commit suicide. Damn, may thoughts go with his mum. No mum deserves to bury her son. Damn, that's sad. Apparently, Nicholas Jackson has now been shown 3 times as many yellow cards, 6, as he has scored goals in the Premier League this season too. Dang. What else have we got? What else have we got? Cole Palmer bagged. But as we know, where's the statistics then? Nothing of notes. That tells you everything. Hella drama in this game, and I'm here for all of it. Postecoglou, 15 minutes are up. Nah, Spurs got to win the league. Every other team looks poor. Postecoglou's revitalized things. They got to win the league. The same thing that was said for us. They got to win the league. They're unbeaten and that. I must owe hella peace to someone. Trust. Mad game this. Everyone who said about Spurs squad gonna be proved correct. Now, no, that's 6/6 spread. Too bad Caicedo goal didn't stand. It was a banger. It was a banger. But you can't do it like Declan Rice. DG might have to set you on Bruno. Love. If they ever gave that red for James and not give the red for Bruno, Arteta would have gone to Stockley Park and punch guys up. To be fair, if Bruno Guimaraes was not sent off for that elbow, yeah, I'm not being funny, but my man committed like 20 different yellow card offences. He needs to, I think he'll be in sports for a long time because when his football career is done, if you start learning from now, you could easily do UFC or the way the world's going now. You could definitely do some sort of YouTube boxing or something since you want to fight everyone and prove you're Mr. Tough Nut. Madison and Virgil and Van der Veen injuries. Let's see what they're on now. Let's see, man. Madison, Romero, and fat defender in it. That's harsh. Guy's not even fat. Not that I'm doing body weight. If anyone's fat, it's Mr. BBL Reece James. Big up DG. Wasn't sure if I was going to watch the game since it's past midnight on my side, but boy, it was an entertaining first half. Worth staying up. Then I'll take it. To be fair, Caicedo's goal got signed. There's no way that should not have stood. Romero, what a donut. But I do like his approach, taking no prisoners. That's his broski, his Argentinian brother. He was, damn, that's a mad tackle. The more you look at that, that is crazy. I'm getting cramped slightly as well. I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy I don't need to listen to Daniel Sturridge. I just know he's doing that Lenny Henry, Kevin Hart, appealing to everyone funny thing. If there's anyone I wanted to clamp, it'd be Jamie Carragher. Shameless brother. But yeah. Oh, wow. You don't appreciate how hard it is to sit in a chair for this long. Yeah, facts, Rice guy. Say they wanted both for Arsenal, but gotta be shameless. Have to be, man. Bro, he's Mr. BBL, man. What's that rapper that got BBL as well? Moneybag. That's all I see when I see Reece James. I like Reece James, but one of them players I don't like because he don't play for Arsenal. I knew Romero would get a card this game. Stupid circumstances, and Postecoglou's definitely going to lose his hairline by the end of his Arsenal tenure. I just mute the commentary. US commentary teams are actually better. Because England, they say the same things. Like, again, like, even is it Izzy Christensen or something? The lady who came on and she was like, Newcastle wanted it more. What are you talking about? Romero moving like his hell in a cell. It's brainless. Like, there's no need for that from him. What he did, there was no need. And I'm sure he didn't want to get sent off. Obviously, people make mistakes, but you put your teammates right in it. And against Spurs, whoever they got next, which I don't think is anyone to write home about since such is the luck of their run, they ain't got their first choice centre-back pairing. And Eric Dyer is back from the dead now. Things are getting a lot more interesting for Tottenham Hotspur. Wolves away. That's a nasty fixture, He got a straight red. Well, VAR changed. He got a straight red. I swear that's a 3-game ban. Or am I making it up? I swear that's 3 games. To be fair, this is not the time, and obviously we don't know what Maddison's injury is saying, but this is not the time for Spurs to be losing players. They got Wolves away on Saturday, which they're losing Pedro Neto. Aston Villa have been in great form. They welcomed them to their place on the 26th of November. On the 3rd of December, they traveled to Manchester City. To be fair, Spurs always do well against City. I don't know why, Pep's a bit of an idiot for them, but yeah. 3 games, boy. Peak. DG woman talks about football is like men trying to talk about making that is very. That's not one. That's a silly view, man. We don't preach sexism here. There's many women that I know personally that I see that know what they're talking about. There's many men that chat a lot of shit about football. If I'm honest with you, if a man or woman on my TV is chatting shit, I'm thinking they're chatting shit because you're chatting shit. It's nothing to do with that. I think that's a bit harsh, man. And it's upsetting because especially as a content creator as well, I see a lot of women that know what they're talking about. But obviously, you know how men are. People just look at their physical features and things like that. Nonsense. And there's many women that really know what they're talking about. I just think when it comes to the media, you're going to see people like Izzy Christensen, like Jamie O'Hara, people that just say the same things. Like they've probably got a script of things they say. And we all know in England, one of the buzzwords is they just didn't want it enough. So less of that, man. Less of that. And I don't know. I ain't trying to talk about no makeup. Through my experiences, I just learned about contour and setting spray and all of these things. I think it's not makeup, but the most I know when it comes to that women thing is, wigs and putting on wig things and fancy creams to go to sleep, night cream and all these things. I don't know anything about that. I heard, in fact, let's stop. I don't know. My friends tell me this about the girls they're dealing with. I don't know none of this. Vandy Fatty. Where's that come from? He's not even fat. Like, where's that come from? Bear girl no ball, man. Emma Hayes knows what she's talking about because she bothers to F and do her research. And she actually says, like, what people should say, I don't know about that. Unfortunately, England is very comfortable. That's why it's the same commentators, it's the same referees, it's the same in almost all industries. PGMOL is a joke. And honestly, anyone still doing their nutting with PGMOL, you're doing it to yourself, man. I'm not saying it's right, but like we know they're twats. Bro, you know what? Gary Neville talks some sense sometimes, but he's just too passionate with his nonsense. Jamie Carragher, I think he does say things, but we got to remember these men are media puppets, man. When you're on Sky Sports and all of these things, like out of 100%, it's probably 5% your own opinions. Like I'm doing a video on it. I actually didn't have time to finish it, but realistically, yeah, whether Arteta is right or wrong, why has the soundbite now become about Mikel Arteta as a person? Yeah, it's nothing to do with the reffing. It's nothing to do with what Newcastle or Arsenal did in the game. Every article, you type in Mikel Arteta. Oh, we thought Arsenal was meant to be classy. You've got Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, Paul Scholes, all them idiots on Talkshite. Everyone, you know, if you control the media, you control the narrative. And I only think they've sat there and done that is because obviously they've, you know, these are all brethren. Half of them have interviewed each other. They're probably in WhatsApp groups. They probably talk to each other, and they probably said, "You lot, we're getting a bit of a flank here." Sky Sports have probably colluded and said, "You know what? Let's change the narrative." As you know, in life, you know, all you got to do is go and do your research on Project Mockingbird. If you don't know, you control the media, you control the narrative, and if you say enough things enough times, people are gonna believe it. Football Mirror Society. Is it too far fetched to believe this? It goes back to many years ago. Arsenal, a soft touch, soft Arsenal that literally saw numerous players' legs broken. Diaby, Eduardo, Ramsey, and numerous players get injured. Now, Carragher and Neville, people only enjoy when they're glazing your team. That chat so much issue pussy genders always have done. He's too emotional. Crazy halftime has it, everything. Thoughts on Alex Scott? She ain't been a pundit in a while, but I don't mind Alex Scott. I think she's a bit of a hypocrite for doing all that freedom fighter for Dubai or Qatar, or wherever the last international tournament was, and then going over there. Just be honest and say you want to get bread, man. They're tiptoeing around it because Match of the Day said not so much around. And that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. They're never going to come out and say the refs got it wrong. Obviously, they have apologies and that, but they're going to protect refs. You know, if a manager does dodgy thing, the managers hold decisions. If the players play poor, there's decisions. If clubs are not ran properly, there's comments. Referees are so protected. Yeah, every now and again, they'll sacrifice one of their own and say you're demoted or you made a mistake. But they're protected. It's the only industry where I see you keep getting rewarded for failing with better, more high-risk games. And to be honest, I don't know for the ref today. I don't think he's one of them, but necessarily. But yeah, are you Arteta in or out? I'm not sacking Arteta anytime soon. I don't back Arteta religiously to the point where I deny anything, but I think Arteta showed me more reasons to trust him than letting go. These things can change, of course. And like, if you sack Arteta tomorrow, what are you doing? If you bring me a Arsene Wenger when he moved to England and was ready to revolutionize the game, if you bring me a Pep Guardiola, if you bring me a Jose or a Alex Ferguson in their primes, I'm all for it. Unless Xabi Alonso sits there and tells me he wants to take over Arsenal, I'm not letting Mikel Arteta go. That being said, I do have a lot of question marks over Mikel Arteta. I haven't liked how we've performed in Europe in general, not to Champions League, but we've embarrassed ourselves in the Europa League. Haven't liked how we've performed in the FA Cup since we won it. I think he does bewildering things. I mean, clearly Pochettino is listening to me because Cucurella's coming on. I wonder if that's like for like because Cole getting a bit emotional. He's on a yellow card. Or is that taking off this assy? I guess we'll see. Cole Palmer is a lit guy, man. Is he eligible for Jamaica? Forget England, man. Come do this thing. Hugh Izzy is coming on. He's putting on his headband. Cucurella's coming on. Is that for Disassi or is that for Colwill? Who's number 26? That's Colwill's day done. Probably because of head loss. Would you sack Arteta if he doesn't win Prem or major trophies? Not necessarily. Context is key. Like if we don't get Champions League again and we revert back to what we did, of course, but I wouldn't sack Arteta if we don't necessarily win the Prem or the Champs. If that's what you're asking. Of course, question marks, but and I don't think anyone can answer, but who's gonna come in? Second half soon upon us, folks. Spurs will kick this off. 10 men Spurs, better yet, will kick this off. Come on, ref, how long? And there we have it, people. Spurs with it all to do. Down to 10 men. Potentially could bottle their lead here. It's going to be a tasty affair, isn't it? Cucurella. Found Disassi to Reece James. I can't lie. They've got to get Reece James on it. I mean, Jackson could be in already good defending by the goalie, and I don't know if the flag would have went up anyways. Arteta shouldn't get more than 5 seasons without winning a trophy, even if he's getting Champions League places. I mean, if you could bring me someone better than him, here we go. What the hell is Sturridge wearing? I don't know. Arsenal can't just continue with getting top 4, no trophy. That's the reason no one wanted Wenger. I'm definitely not happy to just get top 4, but realistically, we do need to consistently qualify for that. I don't know what other managers on the market. Arteta's probably going to get another deal, and he's probably got some quote-unquote credit in the bank. Disassy. People sitting here and saying Conte and all these things, it doesn't make sense, does it? Like, come on. Cucurella needs to get on the overlap on any given occasion. I mean, clearly the manager's told Conor Gallagher to pull out to the left, but you're just not that guy, are you? You're not that guy. He's just not that guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do you think at some point they should take off Sterling or someone like they have to sacrifice Sterling or someone get Mudryk on? But yeah, man, it's Chelsea probably in the driving seat. Cole Palmer, can he add to the score sheet? Oh, he's whistled it wide. I genuinely thought that went in. Wasn't to be. Chelsea looking to start the second half the same way they left the first. If Arsenal got a better keeper, a really good striker, and another midfield, I think you could actually win the Prem. It would make me a lot more comfortable, but I think we need a lot more than that. I think more than anything, the mentality in terms of just being a bit more street smart, and I think we need 2 central midfielders, if anything. Should have took out Gallagher from Mudryk and put Palmer in the 10. That could be an angle. But I don't think it's a time for widespread changes. If you're Chelsea, you probably want to see how it goes. And don't forget, with you trying to get the second, you might not leave with anything. Conor Gallagher's lumped it forward. Raheem Sterling, can he bring it under control? Emerson Royale's got a touch on it. I didn't think it was Spurs' ball, but Emerson's got it in his hands. Is it theirs? I assume so. Great decision by Poch. Be proactive, not reactive. That's why he's a great coach. I don't know why Arteta keeps picking Jorginho. Everyone knows he's finished. To be fair, Jorginho shouldn't be a main player for Arsenal, but I don't think he was the worst player on the field against Newcastle. And, as much as I criticize, maybe Saka, Martinelli could have done better. Jorginho could have done a lot better. And Raya and Gabriel, our build-up play. If all of these players are not doing anything, surely the manager or what you're demanding of them isn't working, because it has become a bit scripted, a bit predictable. Caicedo, Disassi, Reece James. So you're the captain. Took him off because he had a yellow and he looked a bit emotional. And I do think Colwill, at left back, he looked like an angle they could get at. Oh, Enzo Fernandez has played himself in problems. Sarr tries to find a man and it does not work. Conor Gallagher, you've got to offer something on the ball, man. Cucurella up against Puro. That's poor, man. What is that? It's a throw-in for Chelsea, but that is dead. Saka needs more of a rest, and Odegaard, when he's back, needs to step up. I hear that, but there's no rest coming for Saka. You need to play games, man. You honestly need to play. We get better quality players in positions we want, there'll be less complacency. I don't even think these players are complacent. I just think some men are not good enough for where we want to go. Some men are just not built for it. Like, I don't think Jorginho is bad. I just think you're decent for the squad. But we take squad players, guys that really and truly be fortunate to play 20 appearances, and then we start looking at them like they're the main guys. Eddie, you can do a role. If we're looking at you as the first or second choice striker, you're in a different sort of game. That's our problem. I don't think Jorginho and Ketia, El Nene, Kai Havertz. Well, Kai, you're testing my patience. Not merely the last 2 games. I don't think they're bad players, but if you're trying to do what we're trying to do, what our fans hope, these men are not cut up the task. They'll give you 5 or so games every now and again where they play really out of their skin, but they're not cut up the task. You go through the Arsenal team. How many players, good or, because bad, good performances can happen. How many of them can you bet on in August if you was the manager for 38 games? What, Saka, Martinelli, Saliba, Declan Rice, to a degree, Tomiyasu, Benjamin White. Obviously, there's a couple others, but yeah, Raheem Sterling needed to get the shot away. Cucurella. Yeah, this left-hand side looks tired, man. That's a fair point. If Eddie, Nelson, Smith Rowe, Vieira go elsewhere, are they going mad? I'm not sure. I'm keeping Smith Rowe, but I understand if he sold. Even Nelson, you're a decent player, but Nelson and Nketiah, obviously, even if we had a new striker and assuming this season went, there's scope for another third striker, but The way I want Arsenal to go, Nelson and Nketiah, unless there's significant improvement, you man are not playing too much. Don't know what Raheem Sterling was doing there, but it didn't work. It's all Chelsea at this moment in time. And I think Arteta's got that Wenger thing about him in that your trust for these players is gonna hold you back. Because like you're ruthless with some of the good players, but some of the meaty guys you have to play. And I get it. Kai Havertz has to play. You spent 65 million on him. That's your L. When it's Pepe, you can sit there and go, oh, you know what? It's not really my guy. But you've got to justify that. When you look at Maddison out there for them, man, Lavia is obviously injured, but he could have been utilised. Basuma's given away a foul on Conor Gallagher. You know, Spurs will probably take a point with everything that's happened in a game like this. This is more Super Sunday than Super Sunday, DG. I hear that. The issue again with Havertz is the wages and what we paid for him can't see you would want him. Exactly. 65 million. And Arsenal aren't just going to wake up one day and go, yeah, let's spend that. You thought about that. You thought about how that filters into this season. You've got to make that work. Whether he's a super sub or main player, you got to make it work. At least with Fabio Vieira and these guys, they cost like 20, 30 million. Of course, it's still a relatively expensive flop, but there's more margin to maneuver. Chelsea probably couldn't even believe that they got 65 million. What's that? A 5 million hit on the 70 million they spent for him? And he won them the champ. So they'll say, you know what, we'll hold that 5 million. Like, I've only really got faith in Arsenal's first 11. A couple man can come in and do jobs, but they're not say. How do you feel about the goalkeeper situation, DG? I mean, if the new Alisson wants to announce himself, I've probably been Ramsdale and Raya and sign the next one. I like them both. I think too much has been done. I can see why off the ball, why Raya's come in, and obviously he was Arteta's first choice, but provided more questions than answers. Look shaky, more and more shaky with every half decent big kind of game there is. Ramsdale's obviously got a lot of mistakes in him. We all knew people, no matter what Arteta said, like there's no rotating two keepers. And he hasn't even done the Brighton thing. There was going to be none of that. Raya is the first choice. Even if Arteta has said your time's coming or whatever, bro, the one that plays, who's played all the big games, must-win games, high-pressure games, it's been Raya. Obviously, Ramsdale's technically played some, but you get the point. Foul conceded, but that's how I feel about that. That's the point. Better players, we don't worry. I think the mentality it's improved, but it's not that of champions because we don't kill games when we need to kill games. And I think for Mikel Arteta himself, you've got to find more than one way of us playing. Of course, he's shown that there's 1-2 little things he could do. Every now and again, we a bit like that ball from Enzo Fernandez for Raheem Sterling, we can go direct, but we don't consistently do that. Raheem Sterling, Poro sent himself shot. Sterling's acting. Someone needs to beat him up. We're being too selfish. Enzo Fernandez, you can't be appealing a foul for that. You cost 100 million. You better hope Spurs don't grab a second and smash and grab this. Højbjerg, Kulusevski, horrible play from Chelsea there. I think Arsenal need a new left back or right back. Ben White and Tomiyasu aren't what you want if you win the league. You can upgrade on them, cool, but I think they're the least of our worries if I'm honest. Kulusevski plays a 1-2 with Højbjerg. Can he deliver? Cucurella, that's horrible defending. You can't afford to foul him. Kulusevski's done well. He's found Basuma. Basuma just sent Gallagher shot. The shot was meaty. Spurs fans probably hoping they take advantage of such. Enzo Fernandez to Sterling. Sterling skips past Emerson Rowe. It's 3 against 2. If Chelsea don't score this, I can't see them scoring a winner. Sterling. No. It should have went to Jackson. That's horrible by everyone at Chelsea. It should have went to Jackson. Sterling, that's horrible. Sterling's decision-making in the second half has held Chelsea back. And then Doggy's on a yellow. Surely he's gone. Yep. He knows it. He's refusing to get up. Spurs about to go down to 9 men here. It's long. We said it. His age is showing there. And Doggy safe. Cut your hair. You might have seen Sterling there, lad. You're gone. Stop looking down. No one cares. Yeah, you should have used your head, mate. Best left back in the Prem, they said. He's a terrific player. You can see my vids. I wanted him at Arsenal. Showed his age. Brainless. There's someone that does that every Sunday. Even his manager, like, crikey, mate. Like, he done me right. You in the ball, you're lit. And for Ndoggy, he's been a revelation for Spurs, been a breath of fresh air, been good in the league. It's them moments that kind of bring you back down to earth. 2 red cards for Spurs. It seems like White Hart Lane. It's not even White Hart Lane anymore. In fact, it'll always be White Hart Lane to me. It's filled with drama. I like Fabio Vieira, but there's just too many hot and cold players. How many players can you bet on performing for the majority of the 38 games in that Premier League for Arsenal? Only a handful. Chelsea have taken it. Reece James, can he deliver? He does. Is it going to be a goal? Jackson Martinez. How you ain't scored that, brother? I think Højbjerg has tipped that off the line. To be fair, I can't lie. If Spurs get away with a point when they're down to 9 men, Chelsea are, blunt knife settings. That's kind of harsh. Nah, it's not harsh. It's silly from him. It's idiotic. If you never was on a yellow, if you didn't have a yellow, you get a yellow card for that. You're too only sliding if you're gonna win the ball. He tried to do the John Terry thing. It didn't bang. Can hear the voices from Scousland shouting, "Calm, calm." I don't know why he did that, man. Sterling's acting. For Chelsea's perspective, I hope that doesn't come back to haunt you. But that goal that opportunity where they broke 3 versus 2, it has to go in the back of the net. I can't tell Premier League footballers about anything, but I know I'm more likely to pass it to Jackson than Conor Gallagher. The wrong decision from Sterling. Cole Palmer. I mean, Enzo, are you offside there? Poor touch from you, and you look like he's offside anyways. How many times a Chelsea player is going to unnecessarily be offside? And that looks like the end of Enzo Fernandez's night, people. He's holding his hamstrings. To be fair, he's a quality player. He's been quite poor. Enzo will come off. You'd assume Cole Palmer goes into midfield and Mudryk is coming on. I mean, even someone like him could do decent against 9 men. I ain't going to lie. Enzo Fernandez has been crap today. Very crap. From one meaty big money signing to another, Mikhail Mudryk is coming on. I have to run it. You have to be, bro, you played a dangerous game. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That slide tackle that Ndogi made, you have to win the ball. There was no complaints from him as well. You know you're in trouble. To be fair, you have to rate Spurs' mentality. If not down to 9 men, they do a thing. What really can they do? In an attacking sense, they kind of just have to wing it. They have to absorb the pressure. And it's a game. It's a time now where whether you're an attacker or a defender, you've actually got to muck in. Mudryk's gone to this left-hand side. Is he offside? Not reference. Oh, come on, Jackson. Is he onside? Jackson. I get this shoot off the pitch, man. Looks like he's won this in lucky dip. Big save by Vicario. Take this Jackson you off, man. I'm convinced you just turned up. With the amount of IC3s at Chelsea, you must have just turned up and said you're Sterling's brother. You looked offside anyways. Would you have been offside? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. They found this guy, man. They found this guy. Jackson's meaty. Sterling, I'm sorry. I understand why you didn't pass him the ball now. Sterling, I'm sorry. I understand why you went for the more difficult option. You don't rate them, man, there. Vicario, been one of the best signings in the season, really, for Spurs. I mean, will Chelsea get the winner? I don't know, man. Not with this blunt attack. Cucurella. Mudryk. There's just too many. For both teams, there's too many meaty brothers out there, man. Kulusevski, no way you're appealing a free kick. You better get up, player. Jackson must have tagged along with Lavia or something. Must have someone at Chelsea's nudes, man. They're definitely laundering money for his account, man. Somehow they're going to sell you for 60, 70 million in one day. Jackson got Arsenal all over him. Hope not. I don't think he's a bad player, but you're too raw for me, man. If we're bringing in a striker, I kind of want someone there's more answers than questions, Eddie Nketiah, you're not really the guy like that. Jesus, you're lit. I mean, Eddie showed you could do a role. Jesus, you're lit, but you're not on scoring goals. Like that. Sterling's gone to this right-hand side. Cole Palmer back to Sterling. To be fair, I have to big up the Spurs keeper off his line from early. He's almost playing like a centre-half. That was a good attempted 1-2 from Cole Palmer and Sterling. Caicedo. It's games like this, you need a bit more from Caicedo on the ball. I didn't realise how limited he was on the ball until he joined Chelsea. I'm not dissing him. I just think you are. Mikhail Mudryk. Let's see how you are if there's no fluky crosses to score. Conor Gallagher. Pardon me, finds Reece James. Bang it. Bangs it. Oh, I've seen him score a similar one against Arsenal. Inches. That's what she said. But it's gone wide. If I'm honest with you, Reece James, you need to gamble a bit more in the final third because you got the ability to do it. You need to get your Trent Alexander-Arnold on. Half an hour left. I can't lie. I forgot Bentancur was at Spurs, such as his injury. But Bentancur and Skip are coming on. That's just about preserving the lead. Who's coming off? Kulusevski. So that tells you everything. Kulusevski's holding something as well. But I don't think he's injured. So that tells you Postecoglou just trying to solidify the middle. Mr. Sar's coming off. High line with 9 men. These men are suicidal still. To be fair, there's a fine line between stupidity and bravery. I mean, you could call it stupid. I actually think from Postecoglou is kind of brave, really. Level 3 in midfield, it says Bentacle. I wanted you at Arsenal, man. Boy, 9 men. So that's a 1-game ban for Destiny and Doggy, and that's Romero gone for free. Cucurella wins the head, though. I knew I was calling for him to come on, but like Poch probably thinks the same. You remember why you probably shouldn't have brought him on. Basuma. Great strength by Basuma. Brushes Mudryk. Surely a free kick, and a very good free kick for Spurs to win. Half an hour left. Spurs are mad. To be fair, I respect it, you know. I actually respect it. Obviously, you got to start thinking about leaving with something versus going for everything, but I respect it. For a point, Spurs didn't even look like they were down to 10 men, but I think Chelsea closed the first half very strong. I think they started off this is very strong. I think their quality in the final third is letting them down. Sterling's decision-making has been baffling. Yes, you could argue maybe Caicedo's goal should have stood. Chelsea could very well mess this up. Postecoglou's wild, man. I can just see Chelsea throwing this somehow. Listen, Chelsea bottled a 2-goal lead with just under 20 minutes against us. Anything can happen. Beccario's a decent keeper, man. I thought I could diss him, but we can't. Reece James. Oh, Reece James passing to his teammates or attempting to pass to his teammates like he absolutely hates them. And Spurs won't mind this. Poro goes back to his goalie. Must admit, I am impressed with Spurs' build-up play. There was a couple of hairy moments, but that's going to happen when you play out from the back. They've been quite brave. Raw. Speaking of that, Dyer involved as well. Obviously, the pass didn't work, but raw. Not confident Chelsea have the bagsman to score. Yeah, proper ish up front. Well, they scored Bandulu goals against us. Some beaky crosses and a penalty. They shouldn't have been given. Sterling surely offside. Sterling, I don't back you to sort it out. And it's good defending, really and truly, from Højbjerg. Very good defending. Backs against the wall stuff for Spurs. I'm happy I ain't got my window open. You'd probably be able to hear the Spurs fans. They're probably roaring on their team at their place. Cole Palmer. Caicedo. Cole Palmer. Caicedo. I don't know who Chelsea have on the bench, but could you gamble taking off Caicedo? Like, they're down to 9 men. You still need players switched on in the middle, but sure Gallagher's there somewhere. One of them could come off. Don't know what Mudryk showed, but he showed why he's not really hitting it off. Should put him on the right, really. I don't understand Mudryk on the left, Sterling on the right. Should swap them. Where was this high line against us? It comes with the territory. We're different. We signed Rice over Caicedo because he's technically clear of him and physically taller. All cap, Rice is clear. He is. I would have loved Caicedo, definitely with our injuries we've got, but I don't think if everyone's fit, you'd see Rice and Caicedo play too many times together. I think for Caicedo at Chelsea, he's going to have to... You can't really improve. I mean, he's in his 20s now. Like, you're not really going to improve that much technically, but I think he can. Oh, this is a good run from Mudryk. He's played Sterling. Again, sweeper keeper settings. Regardless of this result, the Spurs keeper should be first in line for any post-game meal because he's earned his keep today. Reece James. Sweeper keeper settings. Caicedo. Cucurella. Mudryk moved from him, man. Mikhail Mudryk, what can you do? Bobbing and weaving. Bandulu skills. Not really going nowhere. Conor Gallagher, Cucurella. Should have went into Mudryk. Conor Gallagher. Does he switch play? Reece James. Need to find him a lot more. Reece James. Caicedo. Too much meaty man in and around the area. Cucurella. Mudryk. Get the shot away, lad. What are you doing, fat? You're not going to make it, bro. Caicedo. Still in Spurs' in and around the edge of Spurs' area. I mean, I don't know what's more frustrating. Spurs with 9 men, or these lot trying to play out from trying to create a goal with Conor Gallagher and these, man. They've got a corner. Sterling is selfish. He needs to watch his lines. Sterling don't care about no one right now, man. And I can't blame him. He's won Premier. He don't give a flying monkeys. He just wants to score goals. Caicedo. Cole Palmer. Caicedo. Skipped out better yet. Cucurella, Thiago Silva, back to Caicedo. Chelsea have to be patient. There's 25 minutes left. I mean, it's a point game if Spurs with 9 men do this thing. Mudryk. Hey, get this guy off the pitch, man. You say Spurs have imploded, but unless they lose, still unbeaten. 2 points dropped from winning positions, but still unbeaten, still top of it. Well, second in the table. Top 6 game, they walked away with something. Boy. For Chelsea, it's 2 big points drop. You're playing 9 players now, man. 9 tired players. Well, not really true because they made subs, but you get the point. The vast majority of the players out there are tired. I don't know who was more stupid, Romero or Ndogi, to be honest with you. But I'll give it to Romero because at least he's young, more likely to play on instinct. Romero's a seasoned vet. And I'm pretty sure us neutral fans, even some Spurs fans, I actually think Romero's a good defender, but he's probably had those moments. Reece James to Sterling. Poch knows more about football than me, but Sterling is so predictable on the right-hand side. Mudryk should probably peel over there. Desassi to Mikhail Mudryk. Is he offside? Broski, change sport, man. Change sport, man. Why are you offside? Change sport, man. Thank God we didn't get zanged. Spurs playing chicken with the high line and winning, really exposing Chelsea's media attacks. Chelsea need to spend the bag on 1-2 strikers. We got one for you, you know, former Chelsea Academy guy as well, Eddie Nketiah. He's so good. One of the only players to score a hat-trick. So good. Normally it would be 70 million, but for you, 30. Midfield, man. Raya, you gave this guy a little bit of a leeway, man. Cucurella and Mudryk down the same side. Mealy, Cole Palmer, silly flicks. Stay on side. There's like 3 Chelsea players offside. Cucurella's the one that's not. Come on, do it for the fullbacks. You won't do it. You're shook. Behave yourself. Pass it, brother. Brother, pass it, man. You're shit. Come off the pitch. We want Spurs to lose, mate. You're shit. Poch, you got to start beating up your players, man. My word. That's why you're a fullback. You're giving us fullbacks a bad name, you know. Absolute bad name. Square the ball. And if you don't square it, you have to bloody score. You have to score. You did neither. Cole Palmer. Someone that actually looks like a player. Caicedo has done all right, to be fair. To be fair, Chelsea have had 2 goals ruled out. Chelsea struggling to break down 9 men. Horrible, man. You man are horrible. How many times are Chelsea going to be offside? Ridiculous. Vicario acting, bit of play acting there. You didn't get hurt, man. You tough, right? Stop acting. And to be fair, as much as I'm getting onto Cucurella, at least he's the one guy that made a run when you're onside. Should have squared it. Why didn't you square it, fam? Sterling shot at him. In fact, Sterling, you can't shout. No, you've been greedy, man. I don't know why Poch says, oh, I don't want to manage Barcelona and Arsenal. That's like me saying, I don't want to go out with Kelly Rowland. Like, bro, is she ever going to look at me? Obviously, she might. Let me know. That's a bad example. Maybe one of you lot, because regardless, you know, I'm still sexy and that. She 100%. If she watches my YouTube channel, the DMs and that. But you get the point and the premise. Vicario acting like he's been shot from close range. How can pros not beat this high line? This is food and drink at Sunday League. If I'm Poch, I'm ducking wages. Chelsea can't pull this off. We're looking at $1 billion team that can't score goals even when playing against 9 men. Chelsea appear to be without a clue of how to attack against 9 defenders. To be fair, when Liverpool got 2 man sent off, they played a lot better than Chelsea with 11. Matisse losing it on his stream. You lot still got Ryan Mason as a serious guy in you lot's ranks. Vicario's clearly just trying to eat up time. Chelsea need to lose. This is horrible. I mean, draws, but I think it's a draw. I hope Vicario's all right. To be fair, they owe him a lot. Because just from him doing up sweeper keeper when they've been down to 9 men, they've got away with such. Chelsea, boy, you got to shoot yourself in the foot if you don't do anything. Save ratio, Vicario's got the highest, which is 77.8%. Now, obviously, that there could be some underlying metrics. Maybe they face more shots, which naturally City's keeper's not there. You want that. Can you imagine how good Sterling could have been if he wasn't so selfish? They'd be clear. Sterling's tearing up the team from inside out, man. 20 minutes left. There'll probably be a healthy chunk of added on time. Long ball forward. Son has to compete. Desassi wins the header, but who is that too? Emerson Royal wins it. Skip. Throw into Spurs. I wonder if we can get Vicario to come over our side now. I don't know. Shameless, you're not better than our keepers. But I want all this heroic defending from Spurs and then heartbreak at the end. Deserves to win match in the match. Man of the match. I mean, Chelsea are more than capable of effing this up. More than capable of effing this up. Mudryk. Ooh, ref, that has to be a yellow card. Skip gonna boot the ball. Ref, elite time wasting from all of them. It's actually hilarious that Spurs are relying on Chelsea not being able to finish. I respect it. Every man in that Chelsea team trying to be a hero, they're not serious. Not being patient enough. And I mean, Sterling going mad. Sterling, you can't get mad at no. You've been ridiculously selfish. Watch, I don't know why you're mad. You've got Conor Gallagher trying to dictate play. This is you. The wickedest thing is, I'll take Conor Gallagher at Arsenal, especially with the injuries we've got right now. That's the saddest thing, you know. There's a role for you at this moment in time. Foul throw ref, now I'm capping. Spurs in possession. Cole Palmer. It doesn't get anywhere. Spurs throw. If Mudryk played in the 21s, he wouldn't stand out. His whole play is of a very underdeveloped player in all aspects. Meaty, man. Too much. I think the ability is there, but he's too volatile in terms of confidence. You can tell sometimes he must think he's the best thing in the world, and the others he's mad down. As a footballer, I genuinely believe at the top 6 clubs or traditional top 6 clubs, you've got to get yourself in that headspace. Let's see what Mudryk can do now. See, you're shit, bro. You're crap. Free kick to Spurs. That says it all. You are crap. They need a trigger man like us. Us Spurs and Chelsea will need a trigger man. Oh, I don't know about touching Vicario's gloves. You know, keepers like that. Keepers are disgusting. I'll keep saying it. I think Mudryk and Sterling, they need to swap flanks. Look at Poro. I respect it. I just hate the fact that it's coming from Spurs players. Like, this is actually intent. Are Chelsea really going to get this second goal? Ref said there's no foul there on Son. Cucurella, you're a dud. Why are you helping Son up? You've got 2 extra players. Your team could win 3 points here. Why are you helping him up? Fuck him. Pardon French. Sometimes you got to do dirty things to live clean. Cole Palmer's attempted pass been cut out. Conor Gallagher tries to snap him. Puro, I can't lie. I'm still sticking with 2-1 Spurs. Oh, ref. Puro, he's bought that one off you. But to be fair, if Arsenal signed Mudryk, it might have been different. I must admit, I called for Cucurella to come on. Didn't know he was that bad. You and Sterling have effed it. The whole of Chelsea, but you and Sterling, greedy. Now I know Spurs are going to zang you. Spurs are going to get that second. I hope you lot do it. Because I don't want them to end their unbeaten thing, but Joe's actually perfect. You know what? This is actually the most perfect one. Reece James. It's all been Chelsea in the second half, as you'd imagine, but what are they doing with it? Cole Palmer, and again, Jackson don't even read the play. I take the sheet off, man. They must have found him from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. There's no way you're a footballer, man. I apologize. That was a madness. Mudryk would have been more effective than Vieira, probably. One does wonder, had we have got Neto, Rafinha, Skolobek, Lisandro Martinez, and my man, what our team might look like. I only say them because they're all players. This document we tried to go after to a degree, Caicedo as well. Reece James. Bro, take this Jackson you off, man. Do you not understand the offside rule as a professional footballer? Sterling's on. If you don't score now, you never will. Sterling, squares. Oh, they finally did it. Shit guy finally scored. Jackson has finally scored. It's crazy when you realize how to stay on side. Right, finally scored. Raw. I can't believe it, man. Shout out to you. Shit guy finally scored. And for all of the heroic Skip, I can't lie. Vicario, you should bag him. How dare Skip talk to you? Because you deserve better. You've put in a shift today. Skip should not be telling you anything. You're not even good like that. You're not even a wavy academy player. A guy that just puts in a shift. Yes! I mean, I ain't cheering on Chelsea, but this unbeaten thing needs to be done. Agenda free. Agendas. Oh, wait, let's chill out. In fact, Sterling's onside. Sterling gets an assist, which isn't fair necessarily because he cheated the game. And now we see who's going to pick up the phone. Let's get on to some Spursy fans. Dale, I know you're listening. You're in Jamaica right now, but you're a couple hours behind, so I know you can pick up that phone. You're probably at a bar or something. You think I forgot about Saturday? Only taking Chelsea against 9 men. He ain't gonna answer. He's shook. Right, look at that fan. You look like a weirdo. Who's that fan jumping over to Jackson? Weirdo. Poch, you need. Oh well, boy. Hey, they want Spurs to get signed out this game. They're checking a possible offside. But there's no way Sterling's offside. It has to be on. I don't believe it. Arteta, you've messed up this league, man. Yo.
You saying?
Don't, what do you mean what am I saying? Don't I like you because you're not watching the game. What do you mean what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
You're losing, bro. You thought he's going unbeaten. You thought he's doing the Arsenal thing. You thought you're winning the league, innit? You know you man are crap in it. Romero's crap, boy, and Doggy's crap. Your whole team's crap.
What are you talking about? Spurs playing?
Why you acting like you don't know Spurs are playing, broski?
I'm at Duns River, bro. What are you talking about?
Man said he's at Duns River. Why you man losing? Yeah, so what? You not thought he's going unbeaten? I thought you're not winning the league. Have you won any trophies? Have you won any trophies? This Australian Don is going to reveal he's a fraud. You're doing the M rating. Swear down, you're getting sourced by Jackson. We didn't lose to Chelsea, man. We didn't lose to any of you lose. Why are you bragging about Newcastle's work? You didn't beat us. Did you beat us? Did you beat us? In the last 3 games we played, did you beat us? Have you beat City? Last 3 games, we've won 2 of them. We've won 3 out of 2. I would take that. Have you beat Chelsea? Spoken like a true Spurs fan. You don't know how the league works, fella. You know, you bragging about it in November. Why? You know it's going to come crashing down now. You know you got bare injuries and all these things.
You lost the last 2 games in a row.
Brother, one in the league? My guy. You've got Wolves away. Una Emre's got something for you, and then City. You're finished. I thought Ndogi was good. You lot are crap. You're not even in Europe and you're struggling. You think this Australian guy's taking you out the hood? This is Una Emre settings. You've still got Dyer. You lot are finished. You lot thought you were going to get something from this game, innit? You lot still ain't beating no big teams. You lot are stinky. You beat a 9-man Liverpool side. Dyer just scored. God, please, don't do this. This is why you shouldn't get on to people. God, please. Chelsea. It looked like Dyer scored. Stop acting like you ain't watching the game, man. I can't lie. I think you lot got equalizer with Dyer, you know. I think Dyer's on side. I thank the Lord Dyer has run offside. Dyer, I love you. You know. That's a finish from Dyer, though.
See what I'm saying? I'm not even watching it, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Stop lying. You're watching the game, man. You Spurs can't.
Bro, I'm like, well, no.
All right. Let me let you go. But when are you back from Jamaica? Yeah, bring them stuff with you. I'm not gonna talk too tough. Bring that. I'm not done, man. Bro, why are we looking? He's miles offside. All right, this is a mad conspiracy. Chelsea, you man are crap if you let them back in the game, you know. Looks like bantering other fans is on hold still. Surely he's offside. I mean, Chelsea, man are crap. I'm still right with my 2-2. Look at them drawing bare lines and this. What's going on? Chelsea, you man are meaty if you let them get signed, you know. The more they look, the more it's looking like Spurs have got something. Fair enough, Spurs. You know what? Down but not out. Eric Dyer, you know. Just as I was bantering him. But Chelsea, I don't care about you, those VAR, because when my manager speaks about this, the more they're looking at it, the more he's on side. This is a zang. I have to respect it. He's miles off, but you know how they draw their squiggly lines. Back from the dead, man. I just wanted the unbeaten thing done. Nah, we cooked too early, man. We cooked too early. Pull the trigger. I take responsibility, man. I jinx these, man. The longer it goes on, the more Spurs are more likely to get this. Chelsea, man, that shit. Forget all of that. He's offside. It's the hope that kills. Woo! And now let's keep going. 10 minutes left. It has been a super game. Levy tried, man. Levy tried. Monza account got denied. Miles off. Hey, look, they're running. Yo, I swear you thought you was going unbeaten for this season. What's going on?
I'm not even at home, G. I'm not watching the game.
Why are none of you Spurs fans watching the game? You man are liars, man.
No, I'm not, bro. I actually even said it from earlier. I'm out today. I'm missing the game.
Where are you, boy? Beanies?
Nah, I'm busy still. I'm even shifting on the move now still.
You know we're moving to you like the at you lot's place, innit? You know it's over, innit? Like Romero sent off. You know your little honeymoon period's done, innit? You know you think Celtic Dong's gonna come here and regulate this place? It's peak now.
Hey, it's calm, man.
Remember you heard this before I let you go. Yeah, remember you heard this. You lot are losing 1-0 to Wolves. It's peak.
We probably will, but I heard Van der Madison got injured.
Yes, I don't celebrate injuries, but yes, you know what? I think Madison be alright, but Van der Veen, he pulled it. He held his hamstring when he was running. His one looks peak still. He's out for a couple weeks.
These international breakers after Wolves, boy. Maybe he could come back after.
Yeah, boy. Let's hope not, boy. You might need to fall off now. Man, again, sourced by Caicedo and them, man. I hear it. 9 men hype, but that don't matter, boy. You man, I heard you man with the best thing since sliced bread. You man must win the Premier League. Everyone else is having a slow season. You're top. You've had the longest unbeaten run. You man must win the Premier League. Mate, you lot have had the best summer ever, you know. Vicario, whatever his name is, lit, you know. And Doggy, you man are saying and Doggy is the best left back in the Prem. Van der Veen, this. Bro, you man must succeed. Madison best as well. New mentality, Spurs, inverted fullbacks and that. You must win the Premier League. Say that. Oh, I love a good agenda. Swear my eyes are better than VAR. Probably are. Do you know what? VAR's not the problem. It's these guys that are making it crazy. Stop calling Spurs fans. You're right. Let's stop. I almost ruined it for us. I'm just happy the unbeaten thing's gone because I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been saying it, but the more Spurs have been unbeaten, the more I'm like, what's going on here, Arsenal? Like, you're not gonna rub this up. But I blame Arsenal. I blame Liverpool. I blame Sheffield United. Like, bro, we could have wrapped this Spurs team up. I can't lie, Arteta, you and the players, are you not watching this? Are you seeing how crap these teams are? Yeah, we drew against them and Fulham as well. Fulham have to catch a stray. We have dropped points to some meaty teams, you know. Fair enough, Newcastle, you're not meaty. We were crap, but still, Gusto tries to find Sterling. Hey, Sterling just wants to score, man. You don't give a crap about nothing else. Gold trophy 8 for everyone. I can't lie. I won't celebrate until the game's done. Because with Chelsea and their defending, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. And again, big up to you lot across Twitch or YouTube. It's appreciative watching games with you lot. Tomorrow, watching Dortmund, Newcastle, watching AC Milan, PSG, and Wednesday, we're watching Arsenal, Sevilla. Mudrik, come on, Midrik. Come on, show something. I'm rooting for you. You're not even rooting for yourself, blood. You're meaty, man. Cole Palmer had to make that foul. VAR is more corrupt than the recent trophy cabinet of Spurs. By default, yeah. What they got in the trophy cabinet? Audi Cup and that. I'm not gonna lie, man. These two teams on Fulham, we should have taken 9 points, man. We shot ourselves in the foot. See why you can't ramp in this Premier League? Oh, to be fair, Højbjerg just sent Conor Gallagher for a bagel. And every time I see Højbjerg, if you read Pep Guardiola's autobiographies, the ones he released around the times at Bayern Munich, the way he talks about Højbjerg, you think this is the next guy. I'm at the gym tomorrow, I might tune in for commentary. Hey, there's no mic. Support the movement. Smash the like button. Subscribe and these things. I actually think Spurs might nick something, man. With Chelsea, anything's possible. I don't think it stays like this. Emerson Royal. At this point, Spurs have got nothing to lose. They might as well gamble. Like, what's the difference between losing 2-1 and 3-1? You might as well gamble. Emerson Royal. And I'm not going to lie, I have been impressed with Spurs this season. And elements in this game, I don't think they've been helped with Ndoggy showing his immaturity, Romero being silly. Yeah, I won't do it again. Chelsea are actually jokes to watch. Reminds me of our first season with Chelmsford on FM. Straight vibes. I'm just glad the team has a good chance to humble Spurs. To be fair, I think there's positives for Spurs to take. Like, you've been down to 9 men, and I wouldn't say it's been easy traffic for Chelsea. VAR making Prem look like a joke. I don't think it's VAR. It's the individuals using VAR. They're doing nonsense. And is it any coincidence that Arteta moans, it becomes a big talking point, and VAR is just being used at any given opportunity with these lot? Set piece to Spurs with 5 minutes left. Is there more controversy? There is. Oh! Spurs almost nicked it. And I can't lie. Okay, Bentancur's good. I thought he hurt himself. I thought he smacked his head on the post. And I don't know if he would have been offside. He's not known for his heading, and maybe that's why. It's like he's tried to go with his feet, and then he tried to head it. And this is why you can't trust Chelsea. Chelsea could F this up with 4 minutes left. There'll probably be a fat chunk of added on time, like in the first. Feel sorry for Thiago Silva, man. One of the only ones from Chelsea that's anything close to consistent. Raheem Sterling, Cole Palmer, the City boys linking up. But Chelsea scored too early. They left too much time to concede. Chelsea, but anything, bro, they got Disassi in defense. Anything can happen. This would be a big 3 points for Chelsea. Ain't this the first big team they've beaten this year? That's a good ball from Cole Palmer. You need to square that, Costo. You need to square that. You tried to square it. It's horrible pass from you, really. But it will be a corner. It's been dealt with. Boy, it's been a very good game. The game's mashed up to the hype. I mean, whether you're a Chelsea fan or Spurs fan, that's you lot's business. Big up, Andrew. This has been entertaining for me. And some of the majority of you lot who were Arsenal fans. Or let's activate who's a neutral. Oh, I like football at its deeper meaning. I don't support a team. I'm a purist. It's all love. Caicedo, to be fair, I don't know why your goal was disallowed, but was disallowed. Cole Palmer, Sterling, cuts inside. He ain't on passing to no one. Tries to pass when it's just too late. And boy, Chelsea needs to stop behaving like them. It's 3-4-1. Bentancur skips past Cucurella like he's not there. To be fair, this is a good play from Bentancur. Just ran out of ideas and traffic. Thiago Silva, Disassi, Caicedo, Gallagher back here with Thiago, Cucurella, Gallagher. I mean, I'm not being funny. Chelsea have several experienced players, regardless of their form. If they can't see this out against 9 men, then everyone, they need to walk home back to West London or Southwest. Pardon me. Don't predict a draw, DG. We don't need them to rub out a draw because they will. Oh, Mudryk could have been in. Oh, that's a late one on the keeper. You might be in trouble there, Mudryk. You definitely left something on the keeper there. Sterling's hella greedy. Can't lie, that was a late one. That's going to hurt Vicario. I feel sorry for the Spurs. Not that I feel sorry for anyone with Spurs, but if I did, it'd be the goalie. Because he's actually putting his shift. He personally deserves a bit more. Sweepy keeper jobs. To be fair, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Mudryk. Let me see that again. To be fair, Mudryk's well within his rights to try and get there. The keeper's brave. He's got there first, and he's taking a kicking for that. Burnley game is not televised, unfortunately. 3 o'clock kickoff in the United Kingdom. You know you're never going to watch that. To be fair, I need to buy one of those fire sticks, actually, before the weekend is done. Where do I even buy them things? Vicario's down. Obviously, with the where Spurs find themselves, I'm sure if he wasn't legitimately hurt, he wouldn't stay down. Raw. All black cutes coming on for Chelsea with long hair. That Don from Rennes is coming on. Boy, been a good game. High line with 9 men. That is lit, man. Boy. Somebody tweeted, remember how everyone said Xhaka was a dirty player? Romero had the same amount of red cards as Xhaka in 147 less games. Enzo Fernandez been crazy. Not gonna lie, you can't call this Van der Ven a Rolls Royce when he went out like that. 9 minutes of added on time, folks. 9 minutes of added on time. Raheem Sterling is off. No, don't get the Fire Stick unless you're top 10 and then get one of the boxes plugged in with Ethernet cable. I did make a video on that, Leslie. But you side for Chelsea. Now I've got to be shameless, man. I've never read you. I hate Spurs, but Chelsea are so dead to be allowed Spurs to even have a chance to even equalise. I mean, Chelsea have a lot of things to work on, innit? Because to be fair, Spurs have still been competitive. Spurs have probably had some chances they could have done a bit better with and maybe even walked away with a point. And they're still not out of it, really. But to be fair, second half has been all about Chelsea players' decision-making. But it could be 3-4 if it wasn't for poor decision-making in the final third. Sanchez hooks it clear. 8 minutes left, folks. Oh, that was a silly foul from Cole Palmer. Boot the ball. Boot the ball. Doesn't boot the ball. Stand in front. This is where, if you're a Chelsea player, you take some yellow cards. Nah, keep it back. Chelsea are so bad defensively. Self-capitulations defensively. Not really clinical up top. It's a big 3 points for Chelsea. And at the end of the day, they came from behind. But I think all their fans would say there's still question marks over a lot of the players. Spurs have scored 3 goals in 90-plus minutes. They're tied with Aston Villa and Arsenal and United's after that. They could do it here. Oh, wow. I thought Son was going to realise where the ball was. It's like everybody knew the ball was still active apart from him. What's your thoughts on now, Ranger? Be a bit more specific. Vicario milking it. Mudryk hardly touched him. To be fair, be a fool with your team losing to be milking it. Oh, Conor Gallagher surely fouled there. Ref says no, throwing over them sides. Emerson Royal. Højbjerg. Lumps it forward, trying to find Emerson Royal. Flicks it on, finds Bentancur. It feels like there's more drama in this game, man. Chelsea, you're not holding on to this, are you? It's here with Højbjerg. Is he going to buy him? Is he going to try? Bentancur, it's delivered. Corner kick, no. Gusto says, forget that. I can't lie, Chelsea acting like it's 11 versus 11. You, man, are meaty. I don't know what it is, because Chelsea have some quality players. Like, why are they like this? Happy this ain't my problem. For all of Arsenal's problems, we got a bunch of them, but it's not like this right now. Skip. Poro. Oh, Cucurella surviving. That's a free kick. Surely, ref. If you're a Chelsea fan, Chelsea player, slow it right down. Slow it right down. There's no rush to take that. His career path. I like now Ranger, man. One of the first players I got a picture with. Obviously, it's a shame, isn't it? How it all panned out. Like, I'm sure you just didn't all work out. Oh, Son could be in here. Son. Sanchez makes a save. Bro, Chelsea are trying their best to F this up. And Son's kicking himself. Was that Dizassi or was it that Leslie? There's just too many dons in this Chelsea team with long hair. Cut your hair. Cole Palmer. That's onside. Cole Palmer, leave it. Gallagher, pass it. Gallagher, pass it. Gallagher squares. Jackson. All right, game, set, match. Shit guy finally scored. 4-goal thriller. 3-1 to Chelsea. Goals are like buses. They've come into the Pochettino derby. Ends up with him winning it. And he's acting, bro. He's inside. He's happy inside, but I don't blame Poch. He's getting absolutely mad at his team. They've made this hard work. I don't feel sorry for Spurs, but I somewhat feel sorry for Spurs because in many ways they don't really deserve a result like this. Just as Son did that song, cry blood. I'm beaten, you know. Get the fuck out of here, this bullshit. Chelsea made this hard work. I like 11 versus 11. Spurs probably win this, but it weren't that. Wait. Jackson taps home. Cole Palmer does very well with the pre-assist. Conor Gallagher, great decision-making. Some of the best decision-making Chelsea have shown in the final third. That is what Sterling should have been doing. I know he's technically got an assist, but they should have seen this before. Vicario, I feel a bit sorry for you as well. But it is where it is. We didn't lose to these youths, but I know that much. I know them kind of Jackson brothers didn't score. But wonder if Postecoglou be asked about VAR and start crying. The group chat is going crazy. Never a foul. I can't believe you fell for that, Michael Oliver. Boy, smash the like button, folks. It's amazing stuff. They're going to be handbags. I'm surprised. Normally, Chelsea Spurs, when it's like this, the fighting starts. Welcome to the Premier League, Postacoglu. You right, mate? And all them memes. Chelsea. Boy. Unbeaten hype. Jackson is still awful. Crap guy finally scored. Goals are like buses. You don't score now, you score two. I can't like this Leslie Utes having a bit of a disaster class as he's come off the bench. Poro to the back post. Surely offside. There you have it. Surely offside. And if you're Chelsea, you waste more time. Should have had like 5 goals. Let them man there score, you know. Tottenham hype. And this makes me more vexed at Arsenal because they should have been lost by now. Shot ourselves in both these teams. We should have beat both these teams. Eric Dyer kind of puts his keeper under pressure. Ooh, Vicario. Bit shaky there. Poro against Mudryk. Oh, Mudryk, what to do? Thought that hit the hand of Skip. Basuma. Ooh, sent Cucurella for a bagel. This Leslie, man, you're not ready. You need to go on loan. You're not ready. And to be fair, that should be a second yellow. It would have been a harsh second yellow, but it should be. Couldn't be us. You don't lose to these shoots. Cole Palmer, that's our ball. Aye, Jackson, don't get involved. Jackson, if you don't square it, you're a snake. Aye, Jackson's a snake. Oh, yes! Oh, you let these crap brothers score a hat-trick. Raw, Spurs. Raw. You letting him do the shoe and that. Raw. I never saw this shoot when Arsenal played. I can't lie. Raw. Oh, yeah, no, dag. I'm sure Chelsea fans hope they can play against 9 players every week. Cole Palmer, baller. Palmer deserves better. Yes. Wait. To be fair, you could probably argue Chelsea have been playing with 10 players for a while. Enzo Fernandez didn't do much. And I know there's one guy or girl out there that's got Jackson in their FPL and they're living. Feel sorry for the keeper, Vicario. You deserve a lot better, man. Wait. So, to be fair, that's why he's got the Suarez thing on. To be fair, the game should be done now, ref. First hat-trick for Chelsea. Wait, that's probably the last 3 goals he scores. Last few weeks, bare meaty strikers got hat-tricks. Eddie, Jackson, it's crazy. Is that another striker with more goals than Højlund? I smell an agenda. Cucurella, Mudryk. Aye, go on, Mudryk. Go on, you know what I'm supporting. Go on, Mudryk. Insult to injury. He squares it. Jackson, Oshevin. Oh, mate. Someone in the stands has been concussed. You could have been goal, like Oshevin was doing. Pochettino smoking on his old team pack. It's light work. Aye, be nice in the chat, man. You'll stop fighting each other. Damn. Invincible hat. They must win the league. Jamie O'Hara, SYM, mate. Chelsea. Oh, Poch, you kiss the next man. Obviously, big up everyone if that's what they do, but big up on I don't see them thing there. All right, Big Ange. They're going to ask you about VAR, mate. No bed. Poch, stop breading. Wait, I actually feel sorry for Spurs. Obviously, down to 9 men. I actually think they played relatively well for the majority of the game. I think they were relatively brave when they were down to 9 men playing a high line. I feel sorry for them, man. They zanged themselves. I think Romero and Ndogi, stupid decisions. I think, yeah, it looks on the face of it, it looks like one-way traffic for Chelsea. I did think when it was 11 versus 11, they did wake up after about 20-odd minutes, but it took a while. And although it's 4-1 and Jackson's got a hat-trick and things like that, it does kind of flatter to deceive. It took them a while to break down a 9-man from Spurs. Everyone's going to lose across this season, banter aside, and it was a long time coming for Spurs. There's been many a times they should have dropped points. I think their manager and their team can be proud, but they have to go again For Chelsea, it's a big 3 points. Couldn't beat Arsenal. Couldn't hold on to a 2-goal lead. You know, we can't go like that. Didn't beat Liverpool. Beat Spurs. Kulusevski, boy, I need to see Inquest bottle the lead. Lost and that. Let Jackson bag, you know. Crazy. Crazy. Shit. I don't know about this wife beater thing, but we don't know about that. We don't condone that. Allow that. If anyone, people need to be blocked if they're doing that. Boy. Suddenly the Newcastle game doesn't matter to Spurs fans. Chelsea. Fuck both of you lot. Shit, niggas. But anyways, Action Jackson. He's horrible, man, but he bagged 3. Should have had a 4th. Cheers for the watch along, DG. Don't normally watch non-Arsenal games, but this was hilarious. It's appreciative with you lot, man. Without you lot, it's meaty, man. So yeah, people, the good times are not done, though. The good times are not gone anywhere. You know, the good times are not over. Today, it's been a big day for content. I've probably been with you lot, especially if you're on Twitch for hours. But we're watching Dortmund versus Newcastle tomorrow. And we're also watching PSG versus AC Milan. And I don't know about this club or both of them clubs, but Champions League settings is on Wednesday. So there's many other content. Big up to you lot tuned in, people. I enjoyed the fact that you lot enjoyed that. Without you lot is poor. I enjoyed the fact that we obviously smoking on that Spurs pack, enjoying their tears. Look at this hype. Oh, thank you for the support. Allow it, man. I need to see Inquest. Because when that's us, there's so much said. Don't forget, these men need to win the league, you know. To be fair, unlike a bit like Arsenal, better yet, if you offered Spurs fans their first league defeat to a top 6 side in November, in August, they would have taken that. I mean, to be fair, we didn't get slapped like that. It needed a bit of help with VAR, but fair enough. Some tears, no tears. To be fair, Spurs, your first L, they can go again, banter aside. But for now, people, it's been a long day. I'm out. I'll see you lot all tomorrow, man. Take care, stay blessed, smash the like button. God bless you all. Peace. And obviously, Cucurella was dead in the final third, but I know a player or a fullback who's actually decent in the final third.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like